enya just a body factor on here. You can't say what promoting so nyina no enom aye 5G essence your grapes our grapefruit and what you know your guaranya our jensen afei make us a green tea and some our mtiabre bia wo benom aye 5G bia na bro our branch so revitalize and what we say restore energy our brand here. You can't say concentration our nyuma so and afa mood out the TC abontini nyina no and some abe come and edge na 5G anymore and to also kwan bia so abre bia no was some opabi and ISSA I energy drink catch as our Ghanaian market and so among from some incident from Quanti Pebito, Naton Obenya Faso and watch a Pebito, Nanom as a 5G at Daruma and a nano penny yet the update am I yet for him saying me out tuma watching a managers a Euro friend on Inano and answer about me about Sonoma bra yet can Euro friend out him some no casino your final matches I would do and on some other cause Oko Ayania can say one building now just say idea say women singles no amongst some final game and now Baba fan say Jasmine Paulini on no body game no and somebody at Barbara I catch you call for our brass gamer and on some person in no I 1 o'clock and every hour else our near you can say one building a woman singles in no and no and some bet me about Sunyamia Duma watching and some Sunday I 1 o'clock we are way and some big game Gentle makers I big game in no and somebody say Ora your fan said Nova Djokovic no and some about game no and you check Carlos Alcaraz our way and somebody say I father and son and a chance I game no and no and some about swinging and say Ora fan said Nova Djokovic say I casino one our 37 years and I went so about the 37th timer welcome I can say I get Grand Slam final not just say the number 37 no and some our Djokovic Jumedia one some the essence game and no some person in no one so reference Djokovic no one some trying to opponent your fan say Lorenzo Musetti and I'm just and here can say we know I had 3 straight and what Tamano at the Amensa can say 6-4 and a 7-6 and a 6-4 Cobaso Ura. Your father says show and some Manyanino. What are some Nadia qualified to wait and some 37th. I had Grand Slam final and what a well a down some Nadia Badge Media and on some I one proteina not just where an Ababe Bratosoma Kumako and on some I do not just at a 10th timer. What are some Akofina and some one protein and some not Jamina earlier, not just Aquatana, your father said Carlos Alcaraz, Aquaquata, Nam Alcaraz again about Sonino, one of some Daniel Medvedev and a boy, now Oluzum and also no, and some Oluzum first setino, were the second, HR third, and some HR fourth, our Brandra, one of some other qualifier, now Unum so a defending champion, and some one Botamino Casino, one of the second youngest player, one of some Aqua Ayamemano. One some final our brano and some Roland Garros and what was uncle one important archers and no at the same season and Tennessee Serbia Moya Quata Union Nam Oko French Open final Woko one body final at the Atwasinino and some Aquadano and some about the second youngest player one of some Ayabina Enra Wabel Kubas was not caught to us on Edin Comunino and was same Nyami Armotina and some Sunday. Now Otinanum or Bompa a good day. Adama Spain, all kind of crowd, no. I started some about tutu and was a Mesramico, Menkasabia Spain, Abagio, because Ujana UK, Assassin, so and I will cast a bomb person, Nyami Armotina, and some about good day. Adama Spain, as one Casano, Wobo Fina, and a Spain national team, and some about Fina, and some like the same day, I just no, and some ayo channels was the power gas ebia swim for no kwakwaginum we all say oh be say a good day and some other matches o mino yinti akaras our bra oka fans and so botu to watch was correct in the statement no yinti akwadana your fan Carlos Alcaraz.
I feel like I'm not new anymore. I feel like, I know how I'm gonna feel, before the final. I've been in this position before. I will try to, to do the things that I did wrong last year and try to be better and try obviously to do the things that went well, obviously. But it's gonna be a really good day for Spanish people as well, with the Euro Cup. I didn't say Spain is gonna win. I'm just saying that it's gonna be a really, fun day. But obviously, it's gonna be a really difficult match. Lorenzo and Djokovic are playing a great tennis.
Yes, not just Akodaka to our way and our taste also Mangasevia, Spain, Baba Gio Natchez, and England and Yamian Botsina. We brought England that game at Tala Roya and our test Akotano, and some I can be our one protein a Shuke, and Sasso and I would two Casana Akoda, Washuano, and some Kase and Sanyamia Tumotana, a big game and a Basson after Kobas and Ra, or when father said Djokovic and so qualifying, Djokovic can Kasai and send later. Wabaka a final game or China Abbas Yeni Kantie, a Djokovic and after the game. What is some I think could our semi cinema Joe and so Kasai.
Well, I've said it many times. Wimbledon has always been a childhood tournament, childhood dream for me. To play it, to win it. I've said this story many times, but I think it's worth repeating it. I was a 7-year-old boy in Serbia, watching the bombs fly over my head and dreaming of being in a most important court in the world, which is here, center court of Wimbledon. Constructing Wimbledon trophy out of any material that I had in the room, and watching myself in the mirror and telling myself I'll be a Wimbledon champion one day. So the visualization part was very, very strong.
Yes, yes, Yakoda was so no that you about talk no, and I just want to know Busaka tie and so I just want to know it's so time Massa Sebia Chroma Co, and I just say see who to a bomb and I'm with so a chum Akobatian so cum not just say I'm Sadia to say Bessine one also I be for the 37th time no, and I just want to run our brownie measure a final our Djokovic and something and some to get him last season Akotano and some Dininya, our Brakodana Chano, Amasa Djokovic, and some Kappa Yabisan say, and you'll be on way and some a new fina, a new resource, and a Banasa be made the same manner. Was say on who hope you send your Mabassa, and our Koranus will be and your answers and a mom, about cause the sequel last season and a moment. What did you ever watch Nadia? One when you didn't mention your retire or retire, and all bomb Persebia Carlos Acarasino, about Coso a major, some or retired. What's not the end Kaho? I was a Crambias Ocha. Now, Sanjay at the kind of titles already. One of some Ajanaho.
I mean, he's a great example of someone who, as a young player, has, well-balanced life, on and off the court, great team of people, great values in his family, a lot of charisma, carries himself very well on and off the court with a smile, and that's why people like him, and he's deservedly one of the greatest 21-year-olds we've ever seen in this sport, and we're going to see a lot of him for sure in the future, no doubt. He's going to win many more Grand Slams, but maybe hopefully tomorrow, in 2 days, maybe not this one, but, in the future, when I retire in about 15 years. Of course.
Yes, not just a property and your Kotan and Yamian Watchna, woman so share our brother 170 and my yet pay live on the show of Feme Council Romeo Jumedia and on some Copa America, our South America, yeah, boy, our Concacaf, Amasaswa, Yamian Teche, Watchna, and over 222. And I just said, yeah, can say, and no, just a 10+ game, and no answer about a 10+ gamer, and no about a gamer, not just a Lucrano, I did change us watch number and on some much about so Canada and some and a Uruguay and some other boy I yes I came about so rum and some our Bank of America or we fans Alexis Herrera I know a referee our free Venezuela on not just say one some other some much in a man one about Quaco until I just say Canada and some and a Uruguay for gamer and on some about and watch a Monday and opa what just and I Sunday and a Joe I just say room and I Monday and opano and a final Basunta Babanopa, Yari tip off Ebana Chasamachino, Wamusum Abawi Argentina, Abi Celesti, and some Colombia, Wamusum Baba Samachino, Medica had the story at Jamal Tadase, Ababi Argentina ever game especially, and international matches piano, Wamos a Brozo referee 80, and watch a Comasabia Brozo, and some Bobia recognized a gamer, Wamos Argentine referee, and some hand of San Martino, 80 no one does a game and Bosua Bra, Argentina and Colombia Albano, Woman Maria Kwakuma referee na, Yefansa Rafael Klaus, or no, and some Afro Brozo and a Bedisa gamer, and no answer about our Hard Rock Stadium, yet they update Emma Yetofa and Anopay, and some our shows, Emra, I'm some Abufu Kakrabai, Shak di Kamami Ababai for the Shakira. Now, no someone saying, what would the two just saying? Jumedia Bekoswa, and I find our closing ceremony in the San Marino. One say I was a Shakira, and some other Jum. Now, Demina from Emrona at the Penny and say, Jawa Pique X, Archesano, and some Shakira. Yes, one shall first have answer your popo. Nebia referee Shana Bensa, Yadu Freddy Kane, Abaneria, Muko local room, I attack us a dressing room. Yanamute 15 minutes. Now, 15 minutes, report to me, and say, Quenmipo, and some other. So many 10 minutes echo. I'm okay 25 minutes at there. What was some about the Pente Essence Shakira? I'm about to perform it. And I a halftime show. I said, yeah, boy, Ebia Super Bona, Ebia Num Tunibi, and some I guess 15 minutes. I showed in one of some Argentina halftime show. No, what was Shakira? You'll be a massa number. What will be pan or releases were enter now? I hit 1 million streams and yet Ebia Shakira performance. One of the our stadium on no ebi obenya 10 minutes more I just said ya mensa kan nyina say bia nam amatia say ma 25 minutes no and also ababa nia ye fan say half time show now coach na ye fan say Marcelo Bielsa wonom ana chesenwa wokototo bomb okochi aya Uruguay in fact obaye wa transform aya Uruguay omutim ne pa na ne nyina no say and no Marcelo Bielsa say and you maybe koso our South America em say ebi mu yehufo omuntimi nka onu ne wotum say bofu ototo nsa na adeba ko ne say onso onom obe coachi e wo Premier League no release money ate ba em say on shiran tebrofo nti ye nko ne mo me kire mu a owura ne say na no ne mo bia koso okon ball onso Bielsa ai ana Uruguay no ntia no ana cheso mu muade ana ya hyewa mako gina stance no dawe ni years edi baby Samo bo aya Colombia supporters and was say you must say to say papa oh say bibi ankwanko kana ebe make sound na dabi and you may course no say bia oh you privy to and you may course wa anka montena ankika ne mo pa play bia no was na kan and some armajuru guaya wonum aya true training na and you may bia course e wa branches na no ya no na obigina picture so popo ne baketwa and ye bia ne maame and chese busuan at stance ne mo na mo attack na obesa sanipa no onye den was a reaction matches na no koba say Darwin Nunez and the team atemani nyina no wo reacted to say oh you normal a human being oh you nipa yesin so no atap nkyerani amasa opamo hu fo abeto no bema enti omo eduba bia munya sanai wo bia ababo dia oh you professional enti say oh you professional enti a wo besem obi mfa ne nsan wonani ansan wo say wo ya langadwa dabi bema sa tetemna ne so obi German kana yesi wasum ha drama no masa omo se utublo ne enlante kwado obi so lande sound se na no abu nipa na mebeka say wo share down in years blow no say so wo yesofo I'm so friend no man for be there's a picture be trendy na menim say ya no krapa dia ne bom wa bon chese na yi ya kire say wo yesofo a am sem Colombia ni so ba na she blocks ano enti owura ne say wo mo reacted to say wo mo so sabi wo mo so ani pantino me na course no wo mo say anya depart na so nyina chi no mo feel say na ne kwan so ano no chese boys no so ya drama so mo ye na and what you say na no ya o kan so mo start Copa America and na me be come from game say Lionel Scaloni our coach Argentina abeka sam amo pitch nanya second game osabe kasa pitch enye wo third game and am be kasa pitch no wo say baby wo boss third match na de na owura fan sam Marcelo Bielsa and was saying Nanwa a Coba says Caloni ever complain yes, one more pitch and yet was a corner ball eti owura ne warning ono so owura ne suro na so on kam ono Marcelo Bielsa no wono wobeka na coach complain sa pitch enye na pitch na aye chese bia artificial na bia mo de natural eba begum bia natural na mo de artificial eba begum anti man coach nka eresal Enos Scaloni esua wono Bielsa ebeka and what conditions our stadium na enya okoka yese kono tum na se betwa so and what you said your coaches ntimi kasa the same 10 players and some ntimi kasa wokasa ometwa so omemo wasom and so aye shintiniuma and akoso nyina no say wo mo threaten omo bodwumedia ye fan sa Copa America wokawie ne yakobusa Canada and some coach aye fan sa yes march so pani what aye presana owura ye fan sa Marcelo Bielsa akwakwa na ana so wate na mam asem no enye ni nyina na cheso no owura ye fan sa Bielsa aye adwe baby won mam ofano so baby won so onfano so na mam ogiri ye ba se na ana mo bi akosom our tournament ni mu a woman kasa Canada for no kra no woman ni anje ho we aye coach ye fan JC Marsh odi ye ntie no.
I didn't watch the whole press conference, but I saw some of Marcelo's comments. You know, I agree with certain things and then I disagree with certain things. For me, this tournament has not been professional for me. There's too many gaps in the way, in the treatment, in the overall experience from a day-to-day perspective. You know, I watched what happened after the match, and certainly I didn't know all the details, but, you know, certainly we wouldn't want anyone's families or any players' families to be put in harm's way. But I know if Team Canada, if our team would have responded like this, that there would be heavy sanctions because of the treatment that we received in this tournament the whole time. We've had our players be headbutted. We've had racial slurs thrown at our players live and through social media, and not just the situation with Moyes, but the entire tournament from opponents' fan bases and from whether it's live or in social media. We've been treated like second-class citizens, and in the entire time, I've challenged our team to stay disciplined and stay focused on our task at hand and to make sure that we represent ourselves and our country, because in the end, that's what this is. This is about representing your nation.
Yes, I say na ote so run kind of prof na muta ho na chese new mama fam edru ba bia momu wa kira ya na mo hu nioma and so so behind the scenes masa ya popo na will be head back to obidinity pem what says Zidane and chese Matarazzi jeni bi and what ye do attempts sabi okwaro ye ni patuntum we are dre ye ne boy and ya be from na mo bana chese do mu kira bi ahani patiko wo tiko sa so chese wo mu dia manfo attempts na so nyina chi no wo ka cho boys na say one more many professional and what you be so and also be do atem man koso so man fi no ye do atem social media and say man nyina no wo ye nipa account ba nyina cho mo fi na mo na mo ye economy ball and mo ball mo tournament for the first time hwehwe ni mo and mo say ai mo ba say mo ton safra aye CONCACAF na chesa central northern part of American Caribbean etu say Canada ba US ewom Jamaica nom wo mo nyina ba aye adwumadi afarisa we aye Copa America ni bi and say susaro bitimi ka say brabedidi wo don sa to na duan wo say already ne say wo si dia duan na wo to so timi siw koto masa bia na mato duan me fro say be dia say wo mo aduan mo wo bia to no bo mo mre nkomopo mo ba no ache ne ba de bo no ho afi wo ko dware bo no ko fie mo pon say bo no aduru ba bia masa wa che ne bo wo ye wo hwe anya ye etimu na mo bo ana mo say economy ana say CONCACAF formula na fe omo ba ya treatment amusa dem aye CONCACAF no enyenyenyenye uri etiowura fan say Jesse Marsh
things, and then I disagree with certain things. Played hard, we've played aggressive, we've often been accused by the opposing coach before the match as a play to the referees that we crossed the line and that we're overly aggressive, and yet if you look at the CONCACAF teams and the treatment that they get in games, and the yellow cards per foul rate is way higher for every CONCACAF team. I watched the Uruguay-US game, and it was, for me, one of the most biased ref games against the United States that I've ever seen on their home soil. There's so many things I could say, but what I will again say is a big compliment to our team and to our focus and our discipline and our concentration to control what we can control. They've never crossed the line. sideline. They've never berated referees. They've never rolled around on the ground like children looking for calls and yellows from referees. They've held themselves with professional integrity and been an incredible representation of what it means to be a Canadian high-level athlete.
Yes, not just a weekend, some old red fantasy, JC Marsh, and to Ghana, just a mania said the next time, Ebia Copa America, Babaso, Mobatonsa, and your friend Ayakon Kakaf, on with Tim's mania Sebia, woman so Babasans were her jewels, and some again be a course, or no Canada coach, no Maza, just a refugee, Jenny, you said me, dear Tiawo, Mimio say, Fay, not just say, we obicha, your reference to play on US and Kokoya Kakra, a yellow card, I just a Mumba Samoyana Muji, I yes, items in the Fumudia, and a moment, dear, I just a Nino, and some update about Film Amura, your father said Patrice Evra, now from Emra, yes, called to say, Evra, a man 12, I meant suspended at your prison centers at there, Nemawa Womadoma Basasuno, Sam on Shomo, Nesika was on Kabia Evra Tria, Chessie attack and Sabia, and Chessa Liman in Nino, woman say, from July 2020, Ebesina Yakas Evra Kawa de, a yen and Mao Droma Basasiso, I was on Kabio Tria, and Kurana Didium, Omontadi Shem, and Omonyoman in an air mass drew 969,000 euros. Not just a kakituabi, now I 1 million euros, and what they can tell me, baby, I'm a Fabia so called to say, Evra, Uncle Dam Afe, every cross I suspended, I just say, if we know Kowanko Tria, Wabaka them, into Evra say, where you reply, our demo was walk prison, Wamamu showdown, as as when I rubbish into a cockosha, a yet as a prison for Atadia, or walking gear, overall, even wash him, and what the handcuff, I couldn't send what Bonnie Chen Cassia pa, and I just also drew America prisoners and your man there, Yana basketball court to them, and some other senior man went to a dinner, and I didn't see every other sword, someone of them, instead of me, I'm a dead prison, you know, me who been you me, they ain't take a crabby.
In the city, guys, I told you, drug life, because of me. I love this game. 3 pack of Senegal, bro, on studio.
So red father said Patrice Evra who's what did actually Kakrabi as what Taba left in the Kakao, or Taba left in the team. I know. I just say you're then updating you know, and some my for another power media. Your father said full time a goose will Cosmosa. Messi, Mumpamu Sama, Mum for Premier League title and come Liverpool, Mum from Liverpool, so Mum from Chelsea, and Mum Yanuba Haji Afi Papa Maza. Now Costa Simikas and was say training now manager friends are in a slot. I do my now what you remember. I found no man some training no. Now the best work coming on so run where you bet me be our practice and a system. And I said, I say we are boys and about ball and some money now. What is Sanu man a go on a Sherlock Mammy Liverpool. One goalkeeping test a training now. Goalkeepers and Ayano F cracker. You mean to say? Yes, says where are your goalkeepers coach? Goalkeepers coach, your friend, and a slot crab a casa, Wakate, the holidays in a shot. And I just worry zoom training now. When Liverpool goalkeepers training, your friend Fabian Otte. Now, Fabian Otte, one more boys, I shake to say, Drew, baby, I wish a headset. I just a headset, I can say, headphone, until the day. And the San Camino, so a goalkeeper. And I said, I won't see some ball, but never be behind ball. Me hono sanyo mana said you obesi react no anu ye one and was some mo share to send ya you can say glasses no report to me say can say usha on san ka bia normally usha glasses I was say wow vision na mo say glasses Liverpool goalkeepers no wo mo some asha no am vision and some I am visually impaired and some po man ya blur I just say impair vision no na some woni some say yo bisiribi eti ball ne ba as unshida who born here to your training where we then you'll be poma shot ne fretire babra opa ban 10,000 Liverpool goalkeeper ebe ni 10,001 esa sem wabra who born here krano woji or pass it na obey ayade glasses na ono popo na ohunioma ye enemu nyina ya fi Liverpool fania prepa me no kase no enom anyoma chese elkoswa ye de update ema ye for enano pay and some our show no so na ye busa ure fans ana slot ese opani say first weekend ye na mutroni na akoso ene sere wasi ene nkwadanum aye troni nyina no anya bia otende ekoya na owura no sene ne aso enkankan nkwadana wo mo bom adema Liverpool aye nkwadana team no nkwadana a respond pa yetie ana slot
enjoying it a lot. The pitches are great. The boys are full of energy. So Pep and Jurgen already said to me last season that I'm going to enjoy working with them, and that's they haven't lied at all. So full of energy. Also the youngsters coming from the academy, they have the same intensity, and the guys are open to learn. So and the way I feel it is that they enjoy them as well. So the three most important ingredients. Honestly, I think
yes, I know I some Liverpool coach and fan say and a slot and I'll tell say ya dinner except Emma okay sir maybe catch us Man City or Makotana your fan say Julian Alvarez or no ayo bia onya obeko Sherag Medase now could that way and now your boss Chelsea for no also as Chelsea and Man City relationship near come because I'm to me Jaima we quite now we are banning at dinner your boss Chelsea for no pay said ya minyan no pay and say yes boy no what the request akwakotum yes boy na akacha Man City mpon for say woman jino emanenko enti asose bia Man City for no betia se na se bia Man City betimi adefa de fa kodai na bia omo atimi makoro na stand ano ana aye big question because odro the national team wo popo no wo ba club science Erling Haaland enkonkom kobo acha so no so ne modima obon anya bad kra enti de menya nyina no sa fedie yes boy no akwakobusa mpon for say wakoka trom so munya no kwan ema ono so enko ewa brother me say kan nyina no nti yes we are rejected a 4-year contract Barca Man City and some other man is Kabeya won him now extended the contract no and some from the Sky Blues no metes Julian Alvarez and so are rejected and Bameka say when goalkeeper na fans attention on the Asama media masomo ntia kamane Al Nassr for na just 30 million euros and I amount boy no ka say one more man a season 2 years make us 60 million euros Brozonia and it's all free Ghana no to bata now you say beje 60 million euros 2 years bra now the one you say who place you kwa ba Ghana na wofa na say be a man system omo frame you na omo say omo say o say 60 million euros 2 seasons 2 years ankaminya ya ankabia kamesa masa phone so Messi simo ma wono Brozoni abaso kwaji ni sika make I said ya kan aye Man City metis Al Nassr for you saying woman say sika omo betua ensom adiama Man City aye 30 million na as of annual Friday yes propose an kwakọ enti omo catch Man City for so omo no woman ni time sa omo Man City 48 hours enti afri annual ebesi na odi acha ye bia Sunday memfa say bia Sunday crowd and your man sheda nkoso sa edu de ye extend aye time no emfa ko ebia next week Monday eduru Nasebia Al Nassr, woman te ebia Man City fonka, woman ebetu omonfo. Esansa Real Madrid goalkeeper na, ye fans Andrew Lunino, woman some mada so monitor sa kodana ameno kaseno, and some naye kakra ba on some nyina no, ye te amiete for young Manchu omo training, and what our Carrington and what there and what Jadon Sancho abai. Na Shaq Mama Sancho. Enra training na kwaso nyina masa unuya pass pia control boy ne nioma no na mama baby ana ten ha get water sechira na so ma ble aye ten ha gidan bra no me huya ai said ye unuya sidi na ni ehwa akoda idiot mu sa asem wa kire pa na ni nyina no sam adwa said ye coach ye fan set ten ha kai obi ana odi ani bi enso ehwa akoda na ye fan set chese no enso aye Jadon Sancho no na no hye na report amenseka enso ade te eba nyina no sam Mayu, you say omobetu kwan. Na Mayu ebeko Norway enom nyame yadoma Monday. Womo kwakobo game area tia Rosenberg. Na Rosenberg omo game no report to amensa kan says Jadon Sancho enkobi. Sancho enkobi no nyina chi no. Yesem anya say be a coach decision mom. Womo say na enra ya no oba. Yejisanie, and Rayana Woba, Nature Sancho, and you're ready, sir. One about me about Sargon to say, Womokobo, I am Mante match in a batia, and your matches are coming in an aquadana. Your fan said Jedin Sancho, and some about me about be ama mayu, Metiso decay, and a manager a meeting, and I this week. Our meeting at Bass and Sana Bueno, or resume training and Ra, one was meeting alcohol, come and will be at in the BPR, and some Adiatunati, Jo Yate, Namum Jamaian, sir, Nina Jane se boy no or you available for selection no ekoba say sika eba ho nam so mu Jane kwama no konkwan dia and ye Jerry Sancho no wo mu so abe Jane kwama akwata no and some up and baby afa and no aye kakre from aso deba aso fenwa na me te say Galatasaray yesim amasoman Aya, member. Amateurs waba aya Manchester Cromwa. Wamuso mabefa Manchester Crana and Fanisa Scott McTominay and some Adenako. Na Chester Scott McTominay Yobia. Mayu Fano some Abesomu Jano Kramano Contimino Casino. Yesem Anwana Galatasaray Fonibi and some Honoma. Wamusum Achesebia Codano. Wabeka and Ediacha Timono. Na Aquadan and Fanisa Willie Cambola. Mekana some Charles Wabeko. Jeminian say, boy, no, yes, all joining a Yabobokua, your fan said Viao, not just some Udu Spainer, Viao Timno, almost some Fakotana, your fan said Willie Cambola from Manchu, I get 10 million euros at a BPM. Nasaskana APM, Nadama Saita, your fan said Manchester United in Nano, report to me, Sakana Manchu, yes, I'm the future, I have buyback clause at Yashem, not just a Dachibia Sakoba, Sebia Mayu Akasa Kodana, Amopena, Bobo. Viao and some intimate cash. Now, Geminian nano person say, Medican about to just a Manchester for no men rule out Serbia Joshua 6Z Abba and it to man you and some cover striker Emma Ebibaba. Now, yes, Ivan Tony, Makana Smart Dada. I'm an answer Kramasabe so Ivan Tony and none of penny are saying. Woman say boy no also about man you pony agent in a crowd ball a Brentford almost woman yes say woman jai emma client and Kobokua you find a Manchester United sans Aquadano and some upper man you nabo as say what did you ever say your player beer and then your chance so about Kwakusuakai and the Red Devils Amino Casino yes a boy agent and so bump and form and yeah woman transfer Aquadano and some Abenya Co Arches and and some update about free Mammy Aquadano Rebecca said Chelsea and some free FC Bar. Now just FC Bar so far Codano, Renato Vega, Ayobiono, and some Enra. One more and so boy some power baby player and some amateurs so me assassino. What I say Renato Vega, Ebe Cologne, and I say your own Cologne and I had on some yet the Emma yet for an anno Penamo Codana Enra. Yes, was one to play or Yatana Bar and some Golo Conte as I saw Kaya and maybe a Tom Okasabe to just almost I Yasa Fanano, Sam Yadesa in Suo and a Kata Yasa so assassin so Amach as a Yakanino, a young Golo Conte, and some other Kata Sasso, not as a Sakota. I'm for some Okoti and this are famous. I am lining in our Korana can be Emra and some hours I promo video anymore. I just some part Chelsea Ayatima, one of some Folache, Bob other place to be Dianiate. Now Chelsea and your offer. Yes, it Kapa is Abalaga. One of our training our Kobam. Namum. And yes, a kappa and a first team a training. Why on one casa individual and your training. Now, what are some Kabia or Sanka by the Banas woman in Nano? One say Chelsea in your offer and some free Saudi Arabia Al Ittihad or my rejected. Namum Chelsea from woman other clubs Nibi. And so a dun come our Brakadana. Your fans a kappa a duno. Woman I shall Sabia no also bet me a basso and some Adama kappa and no I update but okay some of a kind. Said Dominion said training at Chelsea for it in the Bama. Say yes, start this season, you know. Nam Kobasa be a team where a soldier. Mama Massa, I na fancy Kayo Massa, ono Kanono. Me Kanya Sabia, when you Mariso Potetino era Massa, Messem and some Maraska Sinitro. Hey, Debbie, and name Mominia, and you send your Bopas and Massa. Missunya Bona Boka who buy, you know, who Bonasa would down one quiet 1 2 1 2 what Massa, what the brutal, wouldn't Bobo Kano could never met me abo. Now, Mr. Boys, let Teso, yes, many done same weekend on the ball a closed door friendly game. Woman can say in-house game we are. Yes, a boys off and I Sunday. It's Sunday boys and training. I'm about drama home. I'm a drama home we are. Next week Monday, I'm a sound to us. I just send in Kakra and some free I Chelsea Bobo Quanimo and some Brown something yet the for Arsenal. Answer me Kasem. Victor Gyökeres no or you'll be at Arsenal for still omunyana omope. Mami Gyökeres as I said minyana say yes ya fe bobo kwen fantasy sporting fantasy ai senan komunum san kabia teams no omum abetu agubai no senan kabia wo me ya hye obi atirim obi atwe no ho Arsenal yi nani Chelsea nom and Chelsea Man U ni ado obi yi nani etiase afede sa wode e be a 60 million pounds crowd wo mo some at Gyökeres abemao ama German side kan Arsenal and some that so monitor boy no ano some situation but they carry abetu twa say akwada na fa no say Mikel Merino wanna be share go to Germany for akoma no na make say oya target ama Mikel Arteta abaso odi no krom ni eba report amenya no say Mikel Merino eyobia say Arsenal afede omabusa say anyabia geri kan 1 boy no akwenya dawo say Sociedad mobeton ana fe 2 sabasa mpa moso mobeton a sikasem ana moja ansa na akwata no moja ne kwa amana ba a chese ne nyina no aya requirements enquiries a Arsenal bobokuo no wo monso atimi aya don nsem nyina no ema ye tef enano pay enso awo short way aya kwekwa enra meka cho say Chiro Immobile wonom adako be Besiktas meka say obetu enra anajo ampa enro najo awo airport Immobile wakwakodu Turkey onu nie na enro no wone Besiktas so supporters cheso tim say wosua bibia oduba bi wose munya kom no ma ye kom o de yemfa feel ni ketu abi wa ye Chiro Immobile adu Besiktas Yes, and take you for the own said yeah. Woman some see ammonia masha kubenya enro our airport our Italy. Time about board the acquire some friend be akadabi. Wobusan senti Immobile meso metimi ambam wana was ambam small boy in your word tia sume. Esu batata there. Immobile na Immobile say and you be an album on one full sabrana so. I was so questions I was some ache. What you me kwanu waba our jiri ba sabrana so I was walk akwadano and some soon ache ha dwane nyina no ye de amye tefa fei mame ma we real quick na memfa aye Spain ayade sa Real Madrid and boss ade no famra na boss say Real Madrid edisia omu betwa mudi sia omu betu meba be kire wase di kama me Lamine Yamal me no ka Lamine Yamal na when you can say I 70 years shack, me ma Yamal picture says ya real quick na one mama from so or my yen ditches and the cake, you know, at your brand our company to no pemsa crown kawana ma di antioda. That's when you're 70 years into the car, one can I 60-year-old Ebium, over can 70-year-old I Lamine Yamal our Braquadano on anachas ordinary birthday our brand and a brand and 17th years and a simple when you're 17 years you update and some demo. Now, unim said Jamaican the same. Spain, one coach I found Sir Luis de la Fuente, Metis will run one shot. We bet me extending a contract at your call 2028. As I say, coach, no, why yet Jumam ama Spain pa. Now, Mamma Danny Olmo, your business a final no, and some Abason you be a saying, and a Muram our Sam match in the more say. I had the 2 best teams, our tournament in the more, and I drew final way. I had Danny Olmo or Dufu pa. Yenche Danny Olmo.
The best 2 teams reach the final. At the end is always like this in a tournament. The one who wins the most are in the final, and this is the same in this tournament this year. So at the end, I think the best 2 teams will face again and in the final. So again, we will try to keep the focus on our things, ourselves, the things that brought us where we are now. And just keep our work up and try to do our best always.
Yes, and I am some branch fan said Danny Olmo and I'll test ya Dennis some Emma Femame on Hurricane Adiano and St. Training Buzana say, oh, Kane, making debut our German Obo hat trick. Etiani team, I can't be unwent to me and Genia. Ya fan say league and unfence in Nasostono want to mean your title and your piano. I'll saying, I will say Shabium, Celebia Hurricane, because someone trophy drought, Abayajma, Shabium, Celebia Hurricane, and I was and yes, well, it was said yes, it was
against Bayern Munich and Harry Kane on his debut to deny him a trophy. How much would you like to do the same or similar on Sunday?
A lot. Of course, it will be a dream to score a hat-trick on the final and win it, of course. But I repeat, the goal is to win. Of course, I will be happy if I could help the team with a goal, but the main objective is to win the trophy.
Nemo mame akwadane fan say Lami Jamal wa brought Danny Olmo edin komo e dia fan wo out of enra e wa bra nyame yard bochina and a final match e ba so se Lami ni dia masam say asem bia be kan fan bi obi aka mi ntie se kwa no e ya ba be normal answer Danny Olmo on player ye fan Lami Jamal.
He's an amazing player. What he has shown already with 16 years, I think not many players in history did. But again, what is the most important is his mentality, his way of thinking. He's calm. He's a good guy. You know, he's a good teammate as well. He's working for the team, bringing the individual quality to the team, which is the most important thing. And at the end, everything what's coming, it will be good for him and for us, of course.
Yes, and I kakra free o ma so ade ba e wa brown sam ni nyina no ye de em ye che for Declan Rice and so I midfield ama England enra one so kakra bi abusan sam bo etia Spain nyame an bo chena sen and as game no ebesi akọ Declan Rice say motivation from the last Euros Wembley and no and boys e dey come nyame an bo chena.
Massive. I think honestly I've never seen a group so motivated. You know, in training, just how we talk with each other around the place when we have downtime. Everyone's so driven to want to win this game, even before the tournament, just to win the tournament alone. You know, we want it so much. I think in terms of Euro 2020, it hurt. You know, it still hurts to this day. You know, seeing Italy walk up at
yes, Entiano, I kakra free woman sweat Bamino Casanano Peshak Mame. I said yes, current rankings SCT according to Go, almost say near Cancer Ballon d'Or, Sesto Aquadana fan says should Bellingham and some other Sudika Emma as a player. You fan Vinicius Atosumino and Tinyamian Mortina and for any the best in not just a still I yet should Bellingham no and just a Ballon d'Or ever call at Diamano Vinicius Adamianu Miasaya Mbappe. And now I Rodri enum I Harry Kane, Tony Cruz and Sia, Fred Foden, I am so Florent Vet and what Danny Cavaya and Crow and do I Lautaro Martinez. I know I said your Ballon d'Or rankings as of I am now. I know I go so the Anino, yet the Emma yet for Enano pay and some our show so now if we are said the any parliament pay bunny. Me and me Becassa remarried for say. I had yes take it out of a bar stadium Ababasha boy now. Your friend say Mbappe presentation you free of charge. Yes you yate. Nah, woman when you take it to be say I sold out amount on but asa Jamin say can say obi when you take it no yes so born man catch us over so kwa beje na ma maybe about 300 euros na kwa hebi mama me 400 euros na kwa hebi yes be mo airton take it no I know I hundreds of euros our bra the same take it Real Madrid and some other man for free now report to me say can say na yes take it no and no some asending na unum say Mbappe and I almost started some Tony Jesus I'm back one some and some other show no you see they won keke in just a day first day and I sales what the all running Mbappe Jesse Bellingham the chassis no it is there remember for or double fraud the F now you see Jesus one day what they are tone close to 7,000 and as a little over 7,000 Jesus and Alcadano and some atom now what tone a little over 7,000 jerseys ni nyina no wonim sam afeche Real Madrid 800,000 euros ano ayechas eno anko akeke ewo online 800,000 euros no Real Madrid apokete and what almost say what the no I compare Jude Bellingham day one jersey sales no Mbappe Ediano aye 450% more than the shoot aye day one just no and some Tony jerseys yet the update them my anano pay and some I was showing so from no casino Barca saying obi anim say Nico Williams no amobato na mom say kobase bia mu ya den na ne ba say oya wo hwe enye yedia ene afred ya Dani Olmo ababetu Luis Diaz nan kind of picking order Luis Diaz say bia just Nico Williams na ma nan ka Liverpool akoda na ye fan Luis Diaz and am no kasa no Dani Olmo ensom ababetu no ebiem ensom ya akoda na ye fan Lamine Yamal ye say Yamal no won kasa na jampa na koma so de say Sebia Ansu Fati gum kakra bia ankono Lamine Yamal ba pesa wo be she number 10 JC Ediama Barcelona where penny wontimi ko kan chere Sebia on jersey number 10 no emma no Sebia Ansu Fati ati asenko dia ene number 10 no ono som abeje ahye onum so Jules Koundé wo bia France efum nanu ya say yes wo ko Barcelona wo mu training facilities na mom na manfo sem obe training ni ade ya mensa kan say wo be introduction actual coach ya fan science flex minie ye fam Jules Koundé me bot defense central defense me ko aye Euros ye me film by na report any ade ebe mu kwa gidi e bas enwa we ye training ensom our gym ye nim sabia obeko holidays and also obeto aso aye Juma Jules Koundé ensom akọ Barcelona wo mu training grounds akọ introduction a just ni nyina no ensom aye update aba Saúl guess or Johnny Sevilla akọ Atletico Madrid akọ kra no pay na fe adani sum ara because we bought him not check just an anno pay Saúl guess no and some akwa just an no and so I update about me say BBI find here oh nyame adom BBI fine
okay she fancy ene nkomodidie no eme say energy say oni etena na yedi nkomo no na yedi du akire pa because nkomo na nkomo na ye ba be di no surround England and Spain final nyame ya adoma ochena omubenya akonya esi eho akan na fancy ye dwumadie ni say ebi edrum bi a ubetimi akwa enjoy game no but say opese wo enjoy game no a ye dwumadie so ne ye say ye betimi abo ama so wanya nhunumu ni ntiase bi say de be ya obi ye bibi ewo akokansie ni mu abeka say ene sei na tie na ma we ko baaye ma we etimi di nkonim over the other na ye besa so ache ba bia key battles ni nyina agina na na mepese na ye di nkomo pa efa this final a ebetimi abaso nyenya adaje na echichiru mu na unya ntiase ewom na fancy ene ba bia wodo ebetimi adi nkomo ne pa no na baby pote ye pese ye hwene ye pa na ye behwe attacks of these particular two teams abro mo defensive duties mo a omudwumedi omudi players are yebehwe omanim se enne ombetime awumatime take the decisions among these particular two teams then yeba behwe how defensive solidarity very important in this particular very key for these two teams when it comes to any final ebetimi apim na Francis here chance yebe chance here the free these two teams in terms of form this particular competition. Now, coming into this final between these two sides, Fancy Di Maria, Ubenya says Spain, etimi abon home modern, we need all their 5 games, no matimi, any 6 games, no matimi abon home modern their room. Now, o check your form guide in terms of these matches these teams, enya kwenya, etimi abona. Spain, winning the 3 games in our group stage. Now, Spain also be born home modern winning the game in the round of 16 in the quarter final. Then in the semi-final of the competition. So 3-0 against Croatia, 1-0 against Italy, 1-0 against Albania, Obeshe Georgia by 4-1 in the round of 16, 2-1 against Germany, and 2-1 against France, which means Spain have 100% record when it comes to the Euros coming into the final. So in terms of form guide, Spain ahwoding ewosoro. Now, over Portugal in terms of a form guide, and England in terms of a form guide when it comes to this particular competition. Now, England, quarter final, ne semi final or mabwa, they had to struggle and make sure somebody win. At the group stage, let me say I'm on phone share them home we. Now fancy, at the group stage, 1-0 against Serbia, 1-1 against England, 1-1 against Denmark, 0-0 against Slovenia, then 2-1 against Slovakia in the round of 16, 1-1 against Switzerland, then 5-3 on penalties, then England buried 2-1 against Netherlands. It's Ocheki England games or mutimi bomb modern winning during even regulation time. I fancy the Maria 2 games and England winning on regulation time, which is against Netherlands and against Serbia. Time goes anyhow these games went. So in terms of the form guide, England form nation as compared to Spain. But in terms of average positioning, and what's changed doing because Ocheki England, it looks like after their first game, England became a little bit stagnant. So they needed a change. Now, the average positioning of these two teams will give us a fair idea of what we should look out for when it comes to formation. Then, and no also be expect key battles be. Then, and no also be say teams ni be dominant and players be team daddy. Now, the average position for Spain in this particular competition was 4-3-3. Now, check formation with 4-3-3 now. Average position in terms of how I normal set it up will show us Jumedi and Omudi. Now with Spain with their average positions most used 4-3-3. Now with Unai Simon, Dani Carvajal, Robin Nelomad, Ayamek Laporte, Marco Correa, Rodri, Pedri, Fabian Ruiz, Lamine Yamal, and Nico Williams ne Alvaro Morata. Now, check Spain in terms of 4-3-3 fancy there were games of Omu the 4-2-3-1. The only game Omu used the 4-2-3-1 was against France. And none than the Omo no was the typical number 10, which is Sam Becker Wanum said. Motion here in the central areas, any the loopholes in the small spaces, somebody on the penalty box in him because I know a clinical. And Penyampa than the Omo could get in a half family is out to Bruno. A Korea said, Onyago. Now, the average positioning of Spain in the 4-3-3, on said the 4-2-3-1 is a variation of the 4-3-3. And I heard the variation of the 4-3-3 now. Fancy the Maria, especially in Nippon now, as one of the central midfielders among the three, could move as a hybrid number 8 or as a hybrid number 10 in positions a bit man looking to say the 4-2-3-1. But check the average positioning of the Spanish team now. You could look say build up normally near 2-3-2-3. Now the 2-3-2-3 midfield dominance and at the same time a lot of numbers when you go into attack. Because 2-3-2-3 your defensive air partnership mobile with the high line, especially moving into the center of the midfield new position. Can do a graph on the screen as well. The left center back and right center back in the center circle. So with a high line, then train your DM in the shape of Rodri, then your right back in the shape of Carvajal, then your left back in the shape of Marco Correa, inverted as 3 midfielders. Then 2 attacking midfielders. And no Anna Fancy Di Maria. Really, the right central midfielder and Ben forward nekakra. Then Ubena the left center midfielder. Then Obabina the center forward. Then the left wing. Then the right wing. So Spain will love to dominate in the midfield and dominate in attack and risk it with a high line.
Okay.
Sanomotie. As compared to England as a competition as no the 4-2-3-1 and a chassis. Now England the 4-2-3-1 and chassis with their average positioning no. We only say a drum revenue they will switch to the 3-4-2-1. So this is the 4-2-3-1. So 4-2-3-1 there no. Fancy Di Maria, you could see Jordan Pickford. The ball 4 games. 4 games near group stage is 3 matches no. Anna round of 16 game against Slovakia. And we use that particular formation. But in the quarterfinal and semi-finals, no, and no more use the 3 back. No. So with the 4-2-3-1, no, Jordan Pickford, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Maguire, Kieran Trippier, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, and Harry Kane. Fancy, on said the difference between Spain and the England formation in here. On say England may catch also a mobile with a high line or more risky. It's almost pushing most of their players up. But already the average positioning of England in the first 4 games now, Fancy Di Maria, share ultra center line about for ma. utim say omo players Marco 6 below, which means
highly defensive.
Highly defensive. They don't risk it.
Yeah.
So in the 4-2-3-1, no, England was more concerned about being conservative. No on counter. It doesn't mean they were playing with low block. Because already the build up now was now build up 2-4-1-3. So 2-4-1-3 no 4 no Oba Benya the right back and the left back joining the midfield no. Then Oba Benya the attacking midfielder in Jude Bellingham linking that particular midfield with attack. And England decided said there be after the way ya so they should switch to the 3-4-2-1. It yankwa there Abraham England switch to the 3-4-2-1. And one amount for bomb about so say more attacking talent when you know into fancy where or the compare. Now England players no or more how many players now are front when they switch to the 3 back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you look at how they've become much more attacking with a 3-4-2-1 and they open up the pitch wide and they dominate these particular things. And fancy, and then likely say England will still go back with the 3-back system. It will they are Jordan Pickford, Ubenya the back line of Kyle Walker, John Stones, Maguire, then Bukayo Saka,
Sompa Sports,
and the right wing back. And then look sure about roaming the left wing back because they need someone who is left-footed to match Yamal. Na obetimi put and obetimi mama na quiet. Then oba be he Kobe Menu ni Declan Rice. Then up front oba benya Jude Bellingham mo, oba benya Harry Kane mo, no oba benya Phil Foden mo. Say omobo with the double number 10. England, Spain will still stick with their 4-3-3 and they are going to use that one as we know them to do. Now fancy, yenya wonu sa nyoma we no. Then oba be he in terms of these two teams, you know, performance no more quality no in terms of attack. When they looking much more dangerous, England and now check here Spain has 13 goals. England has 7. But what check the number of shots these two teams na bona. And one abe draw a line. Because what check the number of shots Spain abo. Spain ankasa about 106 shots. England about 67 shots. Now the shot on target out of the 106 for Spain 38. The shot on target out of 67 for England 21. Now Spain has 13 goals, more expected goals of 11.1. Which means Oma overperform Oma level of quality when it comes to goal scoring, Okay. Because once a goal is 13, now expected goals of 11.1, and there's a difference of 1.9.
Yeah.
Why exceed? Then we check England Oma 7 goals, but more expected goals of 5.6. That means Oma exceed by Nina penalty no kwana Hurricane Cowboy against Netherlands and no kwa exit na 0.76. And then Amana left it. So England is not performing so much above what you expect them to do in terms of the attacking quality of the but Spain are performing above in terms of their attacking quality what you expect from them. And Spain has scored more open play goals than even penalties. But baby dangerous and here any munusu set pieces. Omumi enu no be as set pieces goes 2-2. But fancy, o check the short maps in the omode bana. You understand say Spain short maps no. Any baby most of the shots is coming from the left. There's not so much balance between the left and the right. On your screens. It is Nico Williams that brehono. A hono mobile shot ni bebre. On the same time, England so that brehono see Bukayo Saka. So these two players,
Obia you see the wings.
Between these two sides. Now attacking third nebechre baby Obia ho odinjina. So my attacking third in terms of graph with attacking third now. People say England they are quite balanced as compared to Spain there. Because we're attacking third for Spain fancy on your screen Spain attack on the left 46%. In FIFA 23. Then on the right hand side 31. It's Nico Williams that brehono. And Makukure hono. A home and a Spain
yes.
When they want to attack. Now on England's part, on match and pepe England they are left near 39. Right 37 and a middle year 24. So between the left and right, England have to make sure they have the right balance. And this came as at when England switch called the 3 back.
Serious
Way back as at the time England switch called the 3 back. It is a Spain. England here omubi biaka krebina so mu person mu twetwa ntokro na. Yes see and some person mu prevent Spain from creating a lot from the left hand side and ne Kyle Walker and Bukayo Saka will be key for England at that particular place. Now fancy players on multi creating more any attacking stats. Now, what check in terms of the attacking stats for Spain? Among the top 10 in terms of that particular ranking, attacking player stats among the top 10 now, England players on Mum Cran Rube 10.
Whoa.
Who had the top 20 in the club? Where the top 10? Top 10 in the club where they screen is no. Harry Kane Jude Bellingham penny. It on your screen, shot on target, big chances mix, goal scored. Harry Kane, 6 shot on target, 3 big chances miss, 3 goals scored. Okutan XG of 2.81. We're outperforming the XG, no. But Fancy, and also nobody consider penalty now, boy. Harry Kane about penalty do what say? What did they mention as no? But Spain now, Yamal, Fabian Ruiz, Alvaro Morata, Dani Olmo, Pedri, Nico Williams, Ferran Torres. Then before you come to Jude Bellingham has shed 2 goals, but the XG no are outperforming the XG no. 0.61. Bicycle kick be no boy no.
Against Slovakia.
It in terms of England, on attacking threat, they nipa 2 Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham. In terms of creativity, Spain for us have more. Wait, it looks like the attacking facet of the game goes for Spain. And even with creativity, no fancy. England for sending 3, Karen Trippier, 1 big chance created. Bukayo Saka. Chances created Nijina be 6, but onya big chance beyond creative. Foden, 1 big chance created. 6.
But how they compare
Lamine Yamal 6 big chances. No more chances of creative 16. The first 3 no. 36 chances created between Nico Williams, Pedri, and Lamine Yamal. Into England should be very careful in this particular aspect. But on say, any of statistics be one person here. Your XG chain contribution now the XG chain contribution now you can want them no. Players are involved in a goal ending sequence. Goal ending sequence here pass and now go. And I say a creative chance above Bobby and I ending in a goal and a shot. Now in that particular start in the crowd, let me say Yama Mokradi who chain BBR and fancy. So the XG chain no. On for na say that
say bia build it up go aba
na player involved pa in that particular sequence no wada for di kan no
in a tournament you are fan lao.
If you are looking at these statistics Yamal should easily even be your best player of the
golden ball
best player of the tournament despite in the age and the influence when you're in the Spanish attack. But fancy England is winning in Anna Spain the ball with high.
Golden ball young
player of the competition easily. Because Okipe, the Spanish team taken. And at the age of 16 years, this is the tournament. Now I can say Spain for 1 year had the way and when you better say England for no. Omonte 10 more counter attack. Fancy. So Omoka say Omonte 10 more counter attacks. So in this competition, England encore more fast breaks than Spain.
We are turnovers no.
So in terms of the fast breaks in this competition, no, Spain 11 fast breaks, England were 2. Shot from the fast breaks, it moko fast breaks now. Shot it graph net there screen you so no. It oko shot from the into where the next team club of being Spain for fast breaks in Netherlands. He be England da. 2 on Serbia money Austria money bubo mo. On the graph no so. But Ochake shot from the fast breaks now out of 11 no Spain abomu 9. Okwa na obo shot no slow. Neba England so 2 no makwa no abomu shot 2 no bra na ekọ. But fancy Ochake goes from the fast breaks now England and share a single goal from the fast breaks no manya. By Spain and 2 goals out of the 11 fast breaks on manya. Now Oba no ba take-ons attempted, not take-ons successful. Also, normally you expect your wingers to be involved in the game. Now, with the take-ons attempted, no, Spain are attempting more take-ons per this graph. Portugal net was so France net was and England aba. Now, Spain the energy now 133 attempts in terms of take-ons. England now 109, which means England are try in terms of having players where 1v1 situation they'll have to take it on. But Ochake the player stats when it comes to attempts now, and I said take-ons no more attempting now. Why wouldn't we say only animal call for me no need Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams and the lady. But for England, check it in terms of player stats when it comes to take ons now. And conform lead Bukayo Saka. And if you Foden, because they've been very good in that particular aspect. Now, fancy. Omuya Sanyoma winning now. Say counter breaks ne better our distance covered because a key if you want to cut off because Spain for the ball now they will make sure so Omobe running at you. So with the distance covered, no fancy the Maria share comparative analysis. This is where England's are holding war. Spain out of the top 10, no Spain will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But England was 6 players who have covered a lot of distance in the competition.
I'm cover distance for
yeah. Because check out Ferran Torres, no. Ejina 20 kilometers, 11 kilometers per night. Top speed is but Oya Kawaka, as you consider Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham and Conor Gallagher, Phil Foden. There is a reason why I feel say I was a Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham. Now I don't I was a Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham. You sacrifice back Conor Gallagher ball because you work hard. Game where you will work hard.
Now Southgate's no bit serious.
And then no. Because you have to work hard, so hard against this Spanish team. Okay. Fancy, England for now in terms of distance covered. Say no statistics are a chance when it comes to the attacking facet of the game. In terms of counter attacks, fast breaks need be and Spain edim kunim. But when it comes to covering distances, covering spaces, England are war. But when they are in possession. When the Spain side we are dominant in possession because Spain more average 58.1% when it comes to possession. As also England average 57.4, which means difference in shada anya day. Enim. But fancy who possess the ball baby who here and your passes into the final third. Now Spain are completed 3,529 passes, England 3,124. But in terms of passes into the final third, Spain could 950, England could 829. There is not so much difference. And fancy, this is where I feel. Say, this game is not going to be a game of possession. This game is going to be a game of fast breaks and defensive solidity. Now, in terms of defensive solidity, no, or check a graph no with defensive solidity now. England no one was so when it comes to defensive solidity than Spain. Low solidity, high solidity. So green need na high solidity, red need na low solidity. It will check Spain a red no was bebre. When it comes to them defending even in their half. But what check England they have a high solidity in that. So if England wants to win this game, they should be very pragmatic. Make use of more fast breaks. And play through Jude Bellingham a lot and Bukayo Saka, and they are going to win.
Okay. What Meza me da say Meza eno no me ma Faras Abansana Michael Asarabodu Mr. Bodu ababeto asona Emmanuel Donko say Rodri to decide the game when it gets tough. And Pedro Martina Cruz say more updates from Chelsea and Krobia Kumasi Asante Koroko. The show is live and clear inside Indianapolis town or so. And our dinner ebaye. I feel when so say I like your foreign presentation. Your friend on Nature Far and on Nature Far dinner and ebaye. Mo say a befa GH the Air Stars and the Google Facebook page and a lucrative Chris Nunana CK or say Mofa Afe when so I say Lamar Jamal is better than Mbappe Kokusumpa. I know the one it is Argentina Mike one it no
yeah
we know
me name the park
okay na say oh yeah monuntina ma me bisa no I said no Yamal better okay
Yamal is better than Mbappe
I said bibia fine
Vanzi nyamiadom bibia fine
into answer my Michael
Vanzi Mezaya here Juma on teams no need the way want to sit here so we answer go into individuals na how much impact game no and so ewo uramu heroes na say yampoch na so here teams ni wie no a obia train strength obia train mo timi ye enso e o park ne so but so hwe the Spanish side nipa mienu pa na nyampo chena game ni decide enso betimi agina omo na so ye kasa about now obi o ye 17 years yama ne Uriah friend Rodri omo ne mrante a o betimi decide say Spain e win game na so omo enso entimi e win game no so hwe Yamala. He's someone who needs space to operate. And unti Spain for no shut up Bobo no said more Bonwo, Nico Williams war. To create that space he need for him to operate. Say Omo Bobo no say Omo Bonwo Nico Williams war. Then Nico Williams will probably switch to a branch your friend Yama. Tis our Spain for no any Omo pass a ball to Yama ye pa na. So here be a Nico Williams dana or tosso Ted. And it's quite surprising. Tis a Sabra Kinyama ya almost Omo pass a ball to Yama ye pa no. Kawayani Dikain or no line also. Then we be Nico Williams to tosso Ted from the position out me switch aside ma. Yama tells you how I'm using Nico Williams to create space for a bunch of Yama. Into this is the or more possible near part of my Yama. You talk of Danny Cavaya or no a year 41 passes to Yama. Then you talk of Rodri or no so 25 passes to Yama. Then Nico Williams or no at the far ender or no and so a passable to Yama 15 times. So it tells you that they use a branch of Williams. Or we use, to make sure that the attention is being switched to Williams and then Yama answer started to operate from that far and then that gives him Sana Diana or no answer them France for no or them Spain for no. And he said, Yama said, "Oh, see here in your manner." Ojibona, he will make sure that he is coming in needing the space. Say, "Wait me and why then I'll pretty." France for no at me making sure say, "Oma cutting out, almost starting game." But fully, Emma Branteneba into the game. Or no and so we need game no my friend no Spain wait in your na oye and go now no because we Spain for now more shot no serve from outside the box dominating more in opponent box into here more each and every single time goes in the cut across and it's our cut backs now most of the times and so this Spain for no it mini games but France for no yes had to professional they needed Yama. So we made that long range shot, so they be go and be better my friend Spain, and then twice game no and so me call said no man and so call the more my your friend Spain and eventually and so me we need game If you look at almost squad we are, and this is the 2012 squad 2012 squad was squad made of A-list players. Yes. You talk of Xavi, you talk of Iniesta, you talk of Fernando Torres Sergio Ramos a lot of quality Casillas in that setup. But this team no only that A-list players ni probably Bonidin or that level Kakrano Rodri with what he's done with team friend Manchester City. Uriah friend Murata will come in but who almost are in or more teams or more with me ball. And the A-list national Rodri. But at the team we were more than sad team about 2012 final cohesion. One thing I allude most of times, teams are more national teams. I know many cohesion, but this Spanish side that cohesion and I do the ability to head teams in different ways. They are not a team because possessible anymore because Spain for about tournament and both game na lead teams and possession but this time around Portugal and Germany lead Spain for third. It tells you say this time around not blend us out possession football tiki taka with that attacking football and ball more and now to Rodri. Rodri is everything Spain. Everything start from Rodri. On the year the Spanish national team. When he is in full swing, Spanish team no also ever flourish. If you look at him, every single time Obejibono to start distributing the passes to their players into a free or more can who be a on say say Fabian rules with me free or money now. The defensive duties, these two players, they don't need to worry themselves. So they will come and do the defensive duties because they have Rodri. Someone I will bet you when it comes to doing that defensive duties, obey about attacking wise, will bet my buy. Who they were, who started game the man, Spain against Georgia when they went down. Into original film for making 10 stake for Mono will be at the end, and I am pochina, a bet my bomb if they want to win the game. And there's something I said England for making sure some upsetting. The real see born born, they are making sure say money not chances in this they will be on him. And now come here say Jude and a year for them one needs to be sacrificed. But I think say we know about sacrifice. Yeah, the Bono should be one person on Rodri Na Juma o ya ne say they are preventing Rodri from playing.
Rodri dey no so ebeye Juma say Umar Rodri mobi kra.
That's what someone needs to be on him.
No.
Yes, policy no.
Mike so why Kobe Maino.
On him.
And I say kono.
Ajuma we no kono wine. Galaga ba bi wa Juma me na menu aba be ye ndino. O be ka Galaga se no ye kakra.
Kobe Maino so dey no another fantastic lad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into policy no ma Rodri. Ball no bad Rodri ho bia first to the ball ko say no movement no on to pass ball and that's the way betimanya Spain for no ultima hit wo. But Spain for no ade ba ko e ball mu pa this season and I said this tournament no that high line on bono and no aso na nyampo chi ne betimi aku wo. Se England for betima yo mo ni o ma yi a. Denti America sa ne say ya bo mark here abaso power tournament ya say. But so Spain for na most of the chance of man enso atimia consider ye create against them no if we left one ever because over mark here obekọ nanim to make sure say that space Nico Williams ajan ho no okwa kofele and that create space for team bia or no betimi akobo ya won so consider a lot of goals but omo give you away chances 6.2 times omo giving away this time around but teams no they've not been clinical. Because over match against Germany had 2.2 expected goals but they only had one with Royal friend Thomas Muller say one chance and a good Kai Havertz and 4 o'clock Munano say chances. So for England to make sure say take this game to Spain no much near tournament with the free Spain they need to make sure say that high line or more but any po be crucial to that high line betimi ama Spain for netimi atop form no branch of Oli Watkins. Not to say on start but be obebom to give them that trademark goal now share against Netherlands no.
And timing so here.
Yes.
Because all I didn't say be Watkins remember be 80th minutes now. Ian Fantasy Spain take it 2-goal leader. Or bomu time no about tete come. So timing so Southgate be any substitution so here pa.
That brings us to England for no knockout stage no. Match be omo consider first. And omo sambe win match and then they ba kwa omo. But said I can Watkins back team no ya dey be bo because see who say passes now ko pa ma de man no. One of the trademark goals was a bit here Chelsea. Obeduru aye de obetimi a the ball na to net. Enti so wunya Bukayo Saka utilize that space a mark yera be jan wo ho. Na wunya Watkins defenders no be ko high because they want to push teams no mbono to omo ankasa own half. The only obi obetimi abọ that split passes behind the defenders. Now Watkins kwa said man I think say the best in England for team dey room no more we need to game no. Then I make about Watkins being crucial and say we know how Harry Kane is born the ball. No? Harry Kane is one player. Mostly he wants to drop deep. Kamia Kwakwas was no number minimum number 10 born here dead yeah. But as a number 9 who always want to drop deep. No aba. In this over drop deeper. We must pay for them the opportunity to utilize their high line and making sure say or move push teams in their own half. And when they push you to your own half, it makes it very difficult to head them. And it's one thing or more using predominantly a airborne and so at this tournament. So if England wants to make sure say or more unsettle Spain, now say Spain came to this tournament, more that chance that they will get to this place. But arguably they've been the best team at the tournament, and you want to unsettle them. You need to make sure say you are doing things the right way. And that high line on bono, you use that high line to head them. And one person which my side, Watkins with what he's done, and then it trademark go now on and so it misses games. Bukayo Saka so will come in. So Bukayo Saka now he operates on the left wing, and so England for no and so attacking Trina Saka there now. So short creating actions are 18. England team his first. Dribbles completed 14 or a second open play chances created 6 on their first crosses completed 7 first half successful passes into opponent box. In the Charles or no one person or and some of them with three back no definitely or boss are as rohono and idea bakwa is going to help England for no with Saka coming in and you go share the Netherlands. that game that started the everything for England, the tempo and everything that England for no, and so it's me for England to make sure that they are winning this game. No, they don't need to be keeping into their own shell. They need to come out, make sure that they are not going toe to toe with Spain for no, regardless them being a team or more take it more. Still, they want to control the game. So for them controlling the game, it says England for making sure that high line on the bono will be one thing. Best about England for number and so winning. So going from the way and so to me starting yeah, and my ye. They went back to the 3-back and I bought almost so well and then we wait me there Nyampo to wait me there Edgeman. And one person say Nyampo na or started game no also for England for no look show. So one for look show and started no the trivia cost start here. But for the comia with Yamano, it's going to be a disastrous day for
because most as a fans be call it say Oma look show and start watching.
Yes.
Our left wing back.
When they started
Trippier because one Trippier ain't mean conquer crosses and component box. But look show the favorite foot and left. No. So we more call it was a show a match.
And Spain team the baby a take no that place. And Yaman no man or no. He's really been stubborn at this tournament. And or both game now you could see is this the 16 and what 17 and they give you that kind of performance. He's been super. So they need to make sure so more utilize this man and yes sir you born we use England for now what about fear or baby swim him. And if they want to end in that day now so make everything right there. So what say Spain for no and so etimi edge jom tournament. There's not been a national team the finals wa could now what me Spain for no waja to aso 4 Spain for no 3 ni na no maye 2008 they played the final omoje omo be ball 2010 World Cup omoje Euro 2012 omoje so 3 finals omakoni ni na no omatimi age there's not been a single country why no 4 out of 4 nti dia we ne koye di ma England for no England for their first time they are playing a major tournament final out from England here. The 1966 they won it to Omufie. Last time Omuko final 2020 it was Omufie and Omko. So now Omo go out and now there's the time where they need to make sure so Omo unsettled they Spain team no and but no more yaku's England for them Omutimi endure and when they endure they come out and hit opponents no bono. I'm hoping say everything will be on for Team in England. Southgate with whatever he suffered at MDD and everything. Things will be and the tactics no spot owner. We wait match tournament to answer to me the England. And at the end of the day, boy, you know, I see say England for me to me at the trophy and answer to me at their coffee. This is a time where Messi bet Massa we need yet again over the Argentines and maybe some tiny way over Ronaldo. Ya won't say Ronaldo aje cap you know the ma Portugal for regardless they are sunny the so aje you know the momo Messi aje you know the World Cup and the Copa America
almost say am for finalism and nka ho
do the waje trade the momo ya tias here so where said the number to start here since 2019 about 2022 no now man for GD say Messi and a failed career with Argentina national team name. But in recent times, Saturday to Miasasa because he's won them the World Cup and won them the Copa America. International wouldn't answer to Miasasa. If he's able to win this tournament for them, Namepa Monday Homachia, then why no 3 Copa America Nyafa winning Canania 4. The last time Argentina won a major tournament final multimedia twice, no, they won Copa America in 1945, 1946, and 1947. No more final ni no multimedia. So now Messi is this Argentine side and he's coming from a place many believe that there is someone on the Yankana Argentina in Maradona. They talked about Messi with the exploit with the teams about Barcelona and all that. But no about Argentina, I don't much than who is but now what's animal and in Yamepa Monday if he's able to help Argentina win this Copa America, I'm sure say Obia or Argentina or Maradona and Messi asama ase or cover the Maradona no obetimi asana dwen no what say with what Messi has done for a national team and the clubs at our bono he's one of the very best at what he had done the Argentine setter or no and so it be free world of football.
Veras, me that say me ba Mr. Bodo na still live on Sompa 93.1 FM, live on TV and I feel live on Facebook and also radio as well. Where Francis Kumi say is coming home. Mainu golden ball and our deba ababi Theophilio say keep the fire burning more far way a Clifford che bar for say England will win Cliff I believe say be fine and I feel way a pie Dominic or say Spain and a beje a Euros no na me adma watching Sunday me also be the abasi bit me a discussion be a analysis be a say whatever analysis you make Spain will win. Sheikh Osman Dembele, Mamon right of England. Kofo we dia do mu drew final no. Adia that mean omo bob. Pebia kofo we.
Losing 2 finals consecutively.
Yeah. Because omo the last edition ni pain ebem.
Me and them amen cast him with Fanchere Nico Williams. Ka walk Mike. Nico Williams aso be shepa.
Sompa Sports. One thing is, sir, Nico, me van so about to say, so or you Vinicius pay.
Why you Mbappe?
Why are you Vinicius?
Last 10 years
when you Basto
or a banner Mama Kene
America 2
baby I saw the Adrian Juma with passing in Aya and Shadan Jumasa. But he's a good player for recoveries, tackling, man marking. Yeah, by
for every catch every say why city boy oh what's a kawaka cross back
Debbie there is a reason in TAP so I shall a type inverted right wingers left-footed players no because right or no so I got more you overlap in my car cross over 100 the 2 penalty I didn't know to be macross to be none video you
are person go through but me say Spain media me who is Spain your favorite in BBR
favorite
my goodness I make about Spain for your favorite in BBR there market can mo BBR but football there
BBR times of
before we who German England e wa gon ba ko tum say Kim asamasi Japan okay
but I make sure from America baby Avara said ewie no and many ya
sports
this tournament be the final nail in the coffin best cemented greatness a stature and certain individuals within the Argentine setup. Number 1 Lionel Messi as it stands Messi abro Maradona so wow peji tumo pa mention tum wa bro Maradona de Argentina no Messi abro so Maradona never won the Copa America with Argentina. Maradona's only important win with Argentina was 1986 World Cup. Then Oji under 20. Messi ayeni inebi. Messi de Olympic gold account in 2008. Waje Copa Finalissima. And waje the Copa America. He is an all-time top scorer for the Argentine national team. Ni goals are what chef for Argentina no. This will be our camera Maradona de no bohom yensa. Edi bi kra kan ho ansa na edu Messi de. So he's usurped Maradona. He's Argentina's greatest footballer of all time. But if there are still people who have doubt, if he wins the Copa America edition now it will be the final lane in the coffin. To also bury his memory and in the greatness for Argentina, now Messi Barcelona, this will be the moment that will cement that. Now, Messi has been able to attain such greatness, with help, just like Maradona did. Messi, nyoma anyway when ya onyonko no kwafobia waka no ho piana throughout the stretch, and that has been Angel Di Maria. They started together, and then it looks like they will also end it together. 2008, under 20, Messi kwaji 2005. And away Di Maria J under 20, so 2007. It will be in a different time. But when the two came together to play for the same Argentina team, Olympic Games in 2008. And that is how come they formed this beautiful friendship. They are carry on through. So from 2008, 2024, fancy, it looks like it will be curtain call. And when the curtains come calling, finally, Yebemu said these two will bow out graciously. Next, or move free more. They are living on high if the Argentina is able to win. They've won the World Cup or Magic Copa America. And these are big game players. Chairman, World Cup final. Di Maria showed up. Messi showed up. 2008, they both showed up. Also including Sergio Aguero. Copa America, they showed up. This particular edition of a tournament. But they've been along the line, being carried by the rest of the team. So I think that this will be a befitting farewell. Messi ni Di Maria Benya. So omumienu kabo omuno ka omo powers ni bo omuno. This was what they were able to achieve. Except for say a ball mabaso. So Messi will get his crown. He will finally get it from Maradona if they're able to win. And then Nipa Obebuane Pianisi Akumyanusono is Angel Di Maria. So he's the angel who made the dream come true right from heaven. Say Messi Messi ni a God, yet Tony Maya. The angel no accompany Messi in the Bible was this guy. And he didn't see an angel. So it looks so angelic. Messi is a football god. He is a gift given to us by the football gods. Okay, then if the God descended Ebefa human form be ball ni so enia and the only buff will be nearby. It's above one in. So it makes the story very beautiful. 2, Lionel Scaloni, the Argentina coach. When was De La Fuente Scaloni there?
Yeah.
Coaching.
I don't know how can answer one of I'm saying a semi-final pre-match conference. Or friend Mr.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Until De La Fuente Onyako Chenetna classroom trainer there. Even including the airway, Bournemouth Omukochi. Iriola. What's wrong with you? Good. Now Scaloni aba Argentina team no. By the time he came in 2021, the profile no never form because Argentina have had coaches. Luis Cesar Menotti. Menotti won them the World Cup in 1978. Ono Kroyawa coached top teams like Madrid before. Good. Now Menotti di omoje in 78. It would take a year where it is Carlos Belado 1986. Ono di almost obeje the World Cup. Then Yebenya Alfio Basile. Basile won them the Copa America 1991-1993. And as our Copa America in Europe, so much is numbered finalissima. Omo be 93. It was Alfio Basile energy. In fact, if you are looking for the most decorated Argentina manager, it is Guillermo Stabile. On the J Copa America, and the Argentina and Uruguay share the most Copa America titles won. Uyi Guillermo Stabile if you are, then you come to the next successful Argentine manager with the national team, and they are Alfio Basile. Now Scaloni is the third most successful Argentine manager. He comes in at number 3. But Nediano comes with a sweet variety. Variety because Stabile the Copa America. Alfio Basile the Copa America mienu. Then no World Cup. Where the World Cup Scaloni? Waje Copa America, waje finalissima. If he wins the Copa America again, he is not just equaling Alfio Basile, but he's putting himself ahead of him in terms of successes, trophies won for Argentina. Obeba 4. But on the World Cup count, then in terms of the overall successful manager for Argentina, I think he will come in there and he will win it. Because waje World Cup, waje Copa America, waje finalissima. So it means that there is no competition now. Scaloni Koya went to Mianje. And that will make the story very beautiful for him. Exactly. And a night where a best cemented the greatness of individuals within the Argentina team. Messi, Di Maria, Lionel Scaloni. As to say Bem and Mbem no, standing in their way, another Argentinian. And that is why Nestor Lorenzo, Colombia coach in Argentina. Colombia has not lost in 2 years, 28 matches. So be for matching Kafam. But if there is any reminder, the reminder is that the last team to visit Colombia with a defeat was Argentina. And this will be back to me, Bibisa. And the team no they all be Celeste, blue and white for no. And this Argentina team was a beautiful rendition of a typical mafia gang. they are a family. They would die for each other. And that is their strength. More individual qualities were team name there. Players are winning ball. But I think that how they come together as a unit are difficult to break. So to me, I think there's only one thing I see. Argentina defending their Copa America championship and then cementing greatness for players and individuals. Fancy, away from there to the Euros. Spain for support within the UK. England, United Kingdom for support. Good. Scotland for no. They are seriously against England winning. Shadrack and Boyer with the Scottish national. And go for a jet trophy. Okay, so this is the front page. Because most of them say in the UK testing and say Prime Minister now to man and say Monday holiday. No so about Juma Ghana near do UK. Good. Why are Juma brain to open holiday? So there is the Scottish National, the newspaper that supports an independent Scotland. Next homono, you can't bomb here in the UK. Ne kwai say England for them more say become. So their views are different. Check your headline: Time for revenge. Our message to Spain: save us from an England win, or we will never hear the end of it. Next, a man here free confirm win same way. So Muji trophy pet. The next 124 years. Bebo, 66 1966 based in there. Omoka was say nobody Euro 2024. 66 no mo je na Twitter ni ho. TikTok ni ho. I know mo je o say Instagram trophy na ira no mu. And I'm the same. 66 no. Not social media be any ho. And look at how they've amplified it to this extent. Now omo beje a tournament, major tournament in this year. Noise pollution. And the whole world will be akona. The go surely le say fancy or say every summer they fill they fill up your beaches, they drink all your beer, they make a mess of your plazas, they eat fried breakfast all day instead of your wonderful food. They retire in your towns and sponge off your public services. Ni siquiera se molestan en aprender el idioma. Now the national says it's time for revenge. No more come say. En kofawe, debia ye afibi obobo krom ho. I am by biza ofin modua krom ndibi. Enti sama show mo na. Yanti ase. Enti UK ni no man na fusa ball na. Rodri ball. But UK for England for the. And UK or England. England as a bay. When no ball now Rodri ball no. England ni ye boot ni dey free mo. That is also a beautiful spectacle. But this is what I think. Funny afafo nkan. Find out way no. It comes with its own analysis line. Some passports. Anyway, why is it fashion? When you say BBI okay because my this idea was so a former was so. Massa. A former was so now he see. Usuro. Messi a former was so penny. Yo massa. Massa say payanka pai simple. Former was so 20 PA. Yo dear mate. Now, so we na usuro. Na Rachi. Me pacho engineer do. Uni engineer moto. Engineer do. Kosi ya anwani moko. Oh, he no more ya kwai na. Ja. But the game is so interesting individuals or personalities think we need to write their own script or cement their own greatness. Varas Niakomi has done a solid job at that. But many see nipa bakoso. Harry Kane. And this is why I come in with the Hurricane bid. Hurricane is bidding to become he's bidding to become the first Englishman to win the top scorer or the Golden Boot at two different major tournaments. Good. Hurricane will be the first man to lead the England national team out in two major finals. Good. Hurricane is one goal away from being the top scoring Englishman at the Euros currently. On Alan Shearer, it was 7-7. Good. Hurricane Ashe, the most knockout goals in the Euros and the World Cup combined than any other European player. 9. Mbappe, it was 8. Hurricane was several great individual records at club and national team level. He's a world-class striker. Ye era we strikers on my bano. say oh ka omo be di dwuma yi pa Harry Kane no e ka ho bi but fancy me catch you say give me one legacy moment of Harry Kane den
onya bi
oh mami bi was share over 280 goals for Tottenham Premier League
that I understand but that legacy moment no I was said the ba
go back na Harry Kane share the BB by
good.
So he needs a legacy moment to cement his greatness. Now, Komobi equals to during the week. Guy never knew Rooney was is England's greatest ever footballer. No, I think it's wrong. He's England's greatest goal scorer, but he's not their greatest player. I'm repeating. Harry Kane is England's greatest goal scorer, but he is not their greatest player because he doesn't have any legacy moment or great moment. Footballer Bia will be. Beckham's legacy moment in England colours. Kosher 2001, Omuni Greece qualified for the World Cup. England are from 2-1. Beckham 93rd minute free kick. Okojina Huboshe Mupa qualified them. Every England fan biano. So who picture we pay it reminds him of that moment. Harry Kane in Nibi.
Yeah.
Harry Kane does not have this. There is the picture of Sergio Hurst or Shea hat-trick in that final 1966 World Cup. About 3 goals Boama England or Moje the World Cup needs your manaso. So or the Geoff Hurst picture netoswa. The moment you see that picture, although it is in black and white, it reminds you of a great moment.
Or any strike being control
or history. The same applies to Sir Bobby Moore, captain for the English team, Kita the World Cup trophy, Jules Rimet trophy. No, this moment it is forever imprinted in the memory of English people. Nti akoda kra ebe wo no obeba no enne no so be hu picture we ya be ka ho abakosem de akere no legacy moment. Zidane, France 98 final, Brazil versus France. Legacy moment for Zidane. Sa go no share for Madrid in the Champions League against Leverkusen. Legacy moment. Ronaldo, Luis Nazario da Lima, World Cup 2002, the Oliver Kahn in the final. I am telling you that every great player a legacy moment. So for Harry Kane to be regarded as a great player, fancy, he needs to finally give us a legacy moment. Now one him say that legacy moment will come with Bayern Munich. After so free Tottenham, because Tottenham, or share top scorer. But menya sure say goals Harry Kane share no Tottenham for no omo be kai no more than Sir Lucas Moura hat-trick be against Ajax and they omo call the Champions League final. Menya sure say fans no omo be kai Harry Kane goals no more than that.
A trophy nempenana.
I don't think a trophy nempen no once obiani ni tini way. But Kane for Spurs legacy moment zilch occurred 3 finals. League Cup 2015-2021 omo digui. Champions League final, basically out. England, Euros final. So he needs to give us that legacy moment to finally write his name in gold.
Mr. Boadu, Palmer will save England, not Kane. And tomorrow too, Pickford should up his game. Hazard Jr. and
no problem. But I am dwelling on Kane because he's a leader and the most important player amongst this English setup. So we'll share the tenure of Gary Southgate by now. No single English player has been more telling, more impactful for Gary Southgate consistently than the Hurricane DIA. And he's their most important player. And Edu Stage is saying now, fancy, in 1986, Argentina final against Germany, the most important player stepped up, and that was why Diego Maradona. World Cup 2022 final, Argentina, France, the most important player in the 2 teams, Mbappe for France, Messi for Argentina, they stepped up. Big players, great players, they seize the moment and they create legacy moment. A memory I won't mean paper and feed the minds of football faithful. Way Harry Kane or that's way. A bia referee in the docket in maybe him. He needs to give us just one, and that will be final. A bit pejane free baby or one. And then I call a different pedestal. Menyesho will be a better answer cry comparison Harry Kane on your great. If he does this, if Kane wins the Euros, oh come on. it cements that legacy.
And it's a measure.
Now, embodying the argument.
Probability cross or they buying BJB at least a title this season. And it's very high. And he said, what's me the England, Nigerians, and the Anachs. I said, oh, canano. I'm say, to say be icing on the cake because England should be also be faded out.
Exactly. Yeah. But we'll have an Euro final labeled with an African spice. Me Africa way no links no man frontiers. I am proud of where I come from. Me African se bibi koso na enimonyam she na Africa bata you don't want me to highlight it. Even like Jasmine Pauline the quarter as catch say speed no the bot tennis no. If in na ho
sports.
Mr. Gardner, baby I will be a Yankopon now.
Nena say Ghana ni.
Nena na Ghana ni. Nema me friend Jacqueline Gardner. No be catch him say ye James Gardner ni am say Jaisa. James Gardner no nim James Gardner wo baby ah. So the Euro 2024 final will come with an African spice. And why more? Oko Spina, Lami Yamal, Equatorial and then Moroccan background. Then Yebenya Nico Williams, two beautiful players, young, but also playing about their age to be telling and impactful for the Spanish national team. Omebo final nibi. This is pra eyo mufrim. Now Yamal is 17 years. Nico 21. These are stars of the future, but they have an African flavor. Omama Heroes na yede. Okwa England team nim so abebre wom. Komna menu. Ko Bob Blasters ne pa. Oni Bukayo Saka Nigeria.
Many got last Samuel Badown.
Exactly. Saka from Nigerian background, Menu from a Ghanaian background. Ghana Niger pushing Nigeria, pushing England forward. But it's not just them. A better cheers as a from Nigerian background. Mark Gay is from a Ivorian background. Then you have Ezri Konsa from Congolese Angolan background. So Africa is always showing that talent need the AOBO. A normal bakumianu miense bi ayenke kambomu ye. But fancy. I am telling you for a fact, Africa has enough talent.
Benjamin Henrich and Sunema
Daniel no oye Ghanaian by association. Kofi so but quick predictions from Betway no. Chala Fatu Sonia your monitor to Nianko. The two courts nema.
Okay.
A final weekend. Benya the final of the women's Wimbledon singles and then the men's singles.
Sompa sports.
Now you're the Copa America na what we did is your first code in the national.
Okay, so Emma for us.
Exactly.
4.42.
Exactly.
O called
Uruguay to beat Canada. Okay. Argentina win or draw against Colombia. Spain win or draw against England. Then Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic will make the men's singles final. No, your prediction they say a better 4 sets. They could even play into 5 sets.
Okay.
Anna Barbara Krejcikova. And so Beche, the women's Wimbledon. But I say we need just a set. And Bob the best of 3. Into obey we need 1 set. Krano lusu 2-1. Bet no a decode no a B5 on Betway. Betway Ghana. So B5 CA 8DA B5 CA 8DA. And then the second code so is centered on the same event. And also and also a B5 CB 495 B5 CB 495 and also yes Barbara Krejcikova Ebeje Mbano Wimbledon singles no Ebeje Argentina would win or draw against Colombia goals ebebem no Andrew 4 into a combo selection. Carlos Alcaraz Yamano a set handicap of plus 1.5 into ya 2 sets say he will not lose to Novak Djokovic. Then Uruguay to win or draw against Canada and over 1.5 goals. Then Spain, England, and also over 1.5 goals.
Sompa sport.
B5 CB 495. Nyanku Poncho Biana.
Whoa. Mate Mike me that say me da Mezana for Ricardo Farras. I say yen den hombra real quick. Yabana Abu Diaby Edierem Ewofini Ababe Hedi Fifi. And so about this that's so a final lap. Yen kombra.
na mete se wo ba no se wo kɔ Canada.
Oh, woko, okosuku.
Na yesi agya pe aba no nso okɔ na nso no de okɔyɛ adwuma.
Me say, amanfo akɔ no. Enya gro.
Jaye no ho na de won kɔ saa no.
Oh, Express Group for ya.
Express Group.
Yes, Express Group. Obia na nya bre. Pese otukwa kwa ama no ne de. Wo de obekɔ simple. If you want to study and work in abroad in any of the advanced countries like Canada, US, Australia, UK and Germany, they will take you there. Let's say a visit and now turn so Dubai, Canada, UK, USA, Australia, and Germany numa what they say ya juma so Dubai, Qatar and South Korea. And if you want to write an international test like IELTS, SAT, TOEFL, GRA and GMAT, they will assist you to write. As for labor, runabout wa and crying. Kanachi First Light, Tema Community 18, Lashibi Goy Filling Station, Sunyani Silver House, our High Court, Tamale, Ayama Building, Yabe Tamale Teaching Hospital, Takrade Market Circle, and our offices. Our my bebre so telephone 055-555-0067 and 0249-000448.
Mamisha, time HH Heba Mr. Bina Unumi, and ya what dropa, a ya draw. Yadro say, mani pedian kwamwano enya hoden na akwatia yare and train yare and san wakwakoto fire wadro na nomno abribia Kanoga Company Limited. What the time TIME ebe jasono wonwa and the time HH Heba Mr. Edia bejaso akra wonyanya mfisia dumienu enumbi wopemfo ene oba wo makra nufo enso enumbi time HH Heba Mr. Ubenya bi
over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu
so pedudo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH Heba Mr. Yadro say FDA adje edwadie nkratue atum.
The ones that now from toothbrush no. Why you toothbrush no? Ninya Ashford.
Nah, Ninya Ashford dear. Not so evident no way.
Who that the evidence bang? And then Ninya Ashford toothbrush.
Oh sweetheart, Ashford toothbrushes no. You want different types. She abena de ya moku hu. Ashford Princess. And now bra could you dear so Ashford Galaxy. What dear na ira no so Ashford Evident. Media so Ashford Executive. And now media no so Ashford Friendly.
Without Ashford toothbrush
my dear, Ashford toothbrushes are who do dear. Papa, moto. Ne to me bow dodomi ye dani bia akwashishaho. Ashford Prince, Ashford Princess, Ashford Friendly, Ashford Evident, Ashford Executive, ne Ashford Galaxy toothbrushes. Fibo Ventures na kofabe daso. It's to phone friend 0241 545 646 and 0200 600 934. Ashford toothbrushes. Joe Suhuni.
If I shop, I'm not sure you're bad.
And not so good.
What time about Michelle? See about Queen Wayne say.
Bra, said your time about Misha. It's your Jimmy me fearful. And not your back ever so.
Maybe I know this offending now.
Bra, some me the time about Misha one dance ya. We are singing now about Temenka. It is some malaria. Where do any time about Misha?
I never go, dear, no matter I want to meet any deal. Where do any time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear one mark for down for any aquada when you fear do you and son of the time about Mr. Drabino. Shasta Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a GD malaria be answer.
Kayo, time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be Adani Ziva, a woman, even slap. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers.
Any herbal shop to do namu.
FDA Aji a judging cratoi at all.
Brakasa ye duabon waso a ne dwumedi wo nipadua biara pom den ene na brabo mu ne hienye pa enye brakasa nko nuaban ne haban bi te se ko nsusu a abonwono ne dia akeka ho no kura enwanunu ahodo a ekọ animu yi ankasa brakasa ne sa nuaban bi nom ne akeka bobudi afa abefo kwan so a ye dia ye brakasa powder siesi nipadua na abakwa ahodo no ho ban afri mpani yade ne yade ahodo pi ho fa enkodate de ma baako freduane anopa ne enwumre anafa enkodate de ma baako ɛwɔ ne nsuhye yɛtin anɔpa ne anwumere wɔbrɛ a wɔdidi awie wobɛnya prekɛ powder to King's Walk Herbal ne Heroes Herbal Accra Okesi Drug Lane Dani Herbal Kumase Mensa Takrade Mose Pharmacy ne Greenlight Pharmacy Sunyane Cash and Carry Supermarket Asantua Herbal ne Bibidro Depot Techiman Sewa Herbal Mampong Etufo mfrɛ 0550 19 15 14 Prekɛ powder ɛyɛ aduane san yɛ duro FD ahwehwɛ sankratoe mu agye atom
Efiewura nom mo fa maso mfa mekakra na nige sama bakrom mo a mo dan ho papai mo a ensuosuo no nom fam no ama ho nyina frofro any leakages ahodo eham wo mo fie iPon2 contractors added the polystyrene insulation aba eno na babua me dan na papai no any ensuo a eno nom dan no ho ama ho nyina frofro no eto nyina betwa iPon2 contractors say so what to blocks na wia enhia so be plaster kra bi omo wo fiber cement plastering mortar ye dey fa dan no ho nyina enhia so be to cement onto anwia bia na wonhia painting so esansa iPon2 contractors at the fiber cement plastering mortar no efa ho wia ebe te said ya painting dan na wiempo enti dan ho be so na ha fefefe iPon2 contractors ama sese de ne ma yefo e de ma fie wuranom ne bo nso da fom na efe wo de your dan so echem fie pi na emfa ehyew bia so e ma dem iPon2 contractors aye expert in construction interior and exterior decorations e wo fie ahodo nyinem de hia ni so be from 0555 118-684. Hwehwɛ
Ewo Abrepo Junction ship mu a eben JP filling station.
iPon2 contractors wo we die ensuo bia nonom ye dan bie na dan ni nyina so be ye fafibo.
So wallpapers papa OP wallpapers and American for amount. So wallpapers at their decorative offices. So fee and sorry. Say ye perhaps ahodo. Baby bia we wallpaper they do juma biano. OP wallpapers Efro. Yama wallpapers ebe macho blind curtains. Eba bedside lamps and so OP MR types or mark shapes. Colors ahodo ni nyina. Ubenya bia to e wana so ye ho. Say OP LED backlight e dey above flash screen e chia. And so OP ebe so selfie ring lights out of phone bishim a OP wallpapers and a bema selfie ring lights OP ewo Kumasi Adum first floor Nana Kwesi Agyeman building name Tafo GNTC building first floor and a chronom or barrier on the market and edian mhwe so open wholesale and answer retail any OP any insawo free OP our 0540 353750
the mama kwa baba gentleman dental clinic yedumadi ayedi say yebesiesie wo sen na yabo wo sen ho ban ama wonum enso ate anase wo sen animonyam so afa na ntuma pa efi wo fix one no anase ye tafre no permanent one no eno susum yesi a untimi entu bi eno ene efre no PFM bridge anase PFM crown afi yesan eye cleaning services oba ye profession mu na ye friend scaling and polishing say ebia enema bi ahyehyehye esen mu se bi wo kasa etimi mapampan ene ade ebamu na no oba gentleman dental ye ni nyina bi ewo ho gentleman dental clinic ye wo Koforidua Central Police Station enchen ho na wodru enkan so a ye wo nungwa na atomic down do mekwa benya runabout no so ho na wodru takwade pipe ano traffic light na ewo pipe ano ho ye ne OGN bank na wo the same premises na kachiman so ye wo magazine market kwan so ho anase opposite AY Ahmed na wodru Kumasi Abrepo Junction Total Filling Station wa traffic light na anihwe G runabout no wo free Total Filling Station na ya bronsan no na edi ho ye adwuma free eda joda kopem eda memeda witini afre ya homa no e wo 055-913-9582
you listening to me on the radio. I know exactly what you need and I go sort you out. But first, a quick introduction. Maybe the connection man. I'll make things happen. Whether it be business, fashion, or the latest trend in town, I go connect you. I know when people connect, big things they happen. I am the plug to your plug. Anything you want, I go show you where options they line them up for you. You want download or you want stream? Link up. I got you. I conquer everywhere. From circles to Kikitia. If you come out to Navrom, you also to Kita. Techima to Kumbungu. I'll be the link between you and the next big opportunity. It be me where I go connect you, make it happen. Oh, you want to know my name? I am Telecel.
Switch to Telecel for the best value voice and data services and connect to the things that matter. Connecting dreams, connecting goals, connecting passions.
Telecel.
Connecting energies.
The Parliament of Ghana presents the Maiden Democracy Cup match between Accra Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko. Also featuring Parliament 11 and ex-Black Stars players led by Stephen Appiah. Date, July 17, 2024 at 3 p.m. at the Accra Sports Stadium. Rate, popular stand 20 cedis, upper and lower VIP 50 cedis, VVIP 100 cedis. Partners, Ministry of Youth and Sports, France Embassy in Ghana, GFA, Beyond the Return, Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Sponsors, GCB Bank, Bethel Logistics, Ghana Gas, GNPC, ADB Bank, BCM Ghana, Stellan Automotive, Goyle, NPA, Zoom Lion, Interplus, Anglo Gold Ashanti, KGL, NLA, Wembley, Shippers Authority, NHIS, Petrosol, World Vision, Azar.
Whoa, Yemre na fe Abu Enfa local stories no and Twason family live on Sompa 93.1 FM, live on TV and our Facebook and so Juma Buse Bibia find here.
Oh, Bibia find first is that Mijis also.
I am to Bibia come on.
Mate.
Wine Spain and England.
They know the
pollution bia.
I mean also crown me mad name and sample. Oh, me no me drafts ni.
Oh, okay.
Real Madrid ni.
Okay.
And I'm a Brazil ni. Team me so Colombia I support.
Oh, Bushua dwarfs.
That
Real Madrid.
Ana ayi Brazil.
Brazil.
Adi bia be hu bia no. Na ayi so kakra. Me chrome teams no one Chelsea money.
Some passports.
Then I say omo but and then mo Colombia. But Spain England game no. And said I'm family. But to the Madrid intino.
And then in Spain no. Jude so boy my Jude bet me anche Ballon d'Or so.
Okay, look what show. Nah, go for you. Se brebe la fast you go for.
Na ka me say mo di agon ba kutuma.
Be say oh. Be believe dey be fair omo no. Ze nyambo na bia o chan de ne fa.
Headlines.
Headlines no mo de be ba no.
Ona ya brofo. Ona ya brofo.
Ola u brofo pa.
Sure.
Ola u brofo. But
let me show the lions caged. The Royals now if you almost a boy in front page.
I mean, our go is that brofo dey will not be go anymore. But we show more. Bukayo Saka will headline.
Some passports.
Bukayo Saka down.
Premier League in the start match be on be highlight kakra stadium new screen so when you be
England for me who be da hey but tini mo bi aso o man ye de so o man ye de well fancy your de na yetimi ento aso kama from my refo na yetifo a sharon so see ebo modern na fisem na baba be rametimi ra mo the final lap no so na ye sha se dia ye nromo na ye ni nkomo akra ne ma deda dia on the 26th July 2024 ekoko romo 11th August 2024 ye bo modern na Paris Olympic Games no etimi asha se already ya ma wonya ntie Ghana ye ne ye athlete akwakobo edwuma no abomu adwa oro ni chemo Strasbourg mpatamwa horomo kwakobo edwuma na aboa amane ma deda ye pa etimi edi amom na nra team Ghana omo campo no ye wuze ne ma deda din ema ne Joseph Paul Amoa na jezono no eba ne mirikatu na ogiano na so bo edwuma etimi ede mo man Ghana ewo 200 meters ni mu and afi 1 by 1 no so no beje pene na wajama boa amane ma koyie pa etimi edi amom man Ghana eno ye 4 by 1 na chese nhye no ede da ye pa na ne oba no na rival no nyon no nko ane ba ye one Abdul Rashid Saminu ene baba be rama eno ebo amane ma deda edi pa etimi ede man kakrakra na jeza aboabo ye ne ahusisi aye no hunze Ghana ye mrante no ye endorso de na so ni nyina muri ye kona ye akwa kobo edwuma na aboa amane ma deda edi pa na ntia metete no pe jeze fancy pinvo jezo ma confirm say Joseph Paul Amoa ene be captain ye team no ono aso na be fragba ye abra ye bo modern etimi akwa ye open ceremony no no obozo kite franka no di animu ase captain a ebo ama ne makoye pedema na munkomo no ono ankasa kasa enhyehyɛ na ewura metimi era ma no say no obo mode de nsɛm ne tudwa
you know for the first full meeting we're able to like Ian said everyone out here made it here from America it wasn't by me or by China so we're grateful for that and
Atia no ye command ne opo mo de to dwa cheze ne achi akonya na baba betum ne cheze Ghana ye ready ani nyina mo no ye boa ma ne ma de da ye pa etimi edi ama ye boa ma ntoto ye no etimi akwe na sere da bia de breakdown ne ba no ye zo check almost 206 nations na akokora mo Paris 2024 no menu echi no niama no edida na kwama aliti ejo mo na so abo ejuma no 10,672 ba Ghana hwema omo edi omo conference omo ndu 10 alibe 10,000
America we
no crown the old boxes boxes no more in qualification and call
yes bet me bob no ade
and one interested we no crow bi mo qualification no mo nya no o mo koye adwuma na ye per ranking no and e de o makwa e bi say ayi azametize per ranking no and no wonanim kakra me say the points na aboa 100 meters no obey waiting the points and now Joseph Paula mo akra me say onu 200 okra wanya yi na Saminu ni omo maka no so ranking no
enya gold 6 na say ayade o
yeah dey
gold 6
fancy alete ba ne ye 10,672 o de ade koro mundu 10 o kope good
say dey 72 di mo
no the Olympic Games no kwa emu komo no yesi atia ye di rametimi arama ye fio ne mra ema meri komo no pe aro wani chemu Japan na eze the Black Queens of Ghana ko ekoku jamu kokobo ejuma na so ne ma de da die ntimi amfa me shara ma mo line up ne hwe zede mayo no ne mami e friend no hotel e di omo eye ejuma no mo boa ma ne ma de da di imperative element Cynthia Fendep eda podium and RSL ne ma ni si etia Porsche aboache ye bo game no on the 23rd minute no red card ene o Nina no shi ono su jama Anastasia Chan Adam Alhassan Jacqueline Ousu Evelyn Bedu Grace Asantoa Alice Kusi Doris Bodua ena Mavis Ousu omo ene Chelsea timi Ede Emma the Black Queens of Ghana game ne ba na we na Japan aboye ka no mako enan na Chelsea timi anshebi na ohwe highlight ne se de ne mesi ko ya odumuze Japan for mana tafre pa na ze ohwe se de ne mesi ko na nanka it is after red card 23rd minute na first half inya draw no na nke beto akoso abo ejuma no ama nema deda di ntu join ya goals ni bi na ohwe no na Japan for mba dia omo ba azo omo ye mema o free kick ba beto ba gina twa o maso ta na dem we zo ye be ma kra zo be chi no be brew fanzo ama bi o de ball na to no ti ta na dem obi ya no mo zan yiwe zan so ta na dem ti o maboy ka nan anope ya yintimi ante a na chesa no edin ye papa etimi e de ma the Black Queens ni nyina osisi ayeye se waf connection se be kona ye etimi akobo edwuma na aboa ama ne ma de de era democracy cup no so no nyamboa Wednesday 3 p.m. perpen edwuma de ni sha se curtain raiser no ya kase MPC no ne legends no o mu jamu bo edwuma de ma the Black Stars ne be bo edwuma na obaki ana no aban mu pay foko ekoko chair na speaker of parliament e confirm ye so mo yen hyehyɛ zenne no omobo democracy cup na aban mu no ye ntutie bi ebeboa na MP masters no ye de omafa coach mu na aboa amomanya licenses dia ebeboa mo ma chenkra na ewo school se de be omunyina omonye mfi Ghana se de sifa so ebo no na mu komo na Emmanuel Ajimabadu ejeze sa adwumadi no ogiri se ba pa na mpemfu agiatuma ya ebeboa man kakrakra ye coaches no omo AP masters na omo bo adwuma etimiere ma schools a wodo na nema ebekọ ye etimiere ma mo se na Emmanuel Ajimabadu ebo mo de di nkomo no che
omunya nkoko chinokwa na okwa ohwe adwuma omoye na mboa omobua place na muti develop omo no ombese ayi program omo so omo san koye license nka ho nti ebebi omo adwene bebre ama omo atimi anya talent ama omo no nti is a very fantastic idea na me bon paya ne se ya kan yebetima ye na wa onim bi kruma ya ka de na bia na ebe so the following year no
Eltia no ye command mana chimabadu epo modi etime to ya che se de ho be hiane se beka na ye de osia yoyo na no ne ade hia peza ze kroma boshe ne ade ne time ba bedu ba bi no na akwakwa bibia wa ni nyina no emo ama ne man de boro giri se ba ebebo ama bibia akoye petime aramenra oro ni HMO Eugene University of Ghana or Legon Andre Dede Rami Morgan are you Captain Edma the Black Stars ye tonsa etime friend say sports psychology omra na ontime ama meche ne ba community bia ebeboa ma disuafo ono so no etimi nya nimde bia na ma bededa din ede amom nti okọ ekokuhwe omo ewo de to omo nkoma odro na akọ na didi kan no okasa ba emotions ezanze obi o na game no kra na e bonus ntwodie bi background fina bonze na bambu aba odene de ye mfanto ho ze no room of the Black Stars of Ghana o chekese 2010 Angola ye boya koku room of final Egypt tafre ye san kokobo final ba ko ende kra penalties na me ze na mienu kra recruits abashe no na mabase no yembo nhyenko na free akwa na for kebo omoso kokobo se no kakaka na every for boy etu bibia na ne on emotions no say no read that you ebo de chechemu ediche edition for na wo no.
Very difficult moment. I think for me it was even more difficult this one because 5 years before we also lost in the final versus Egypt. So that makes you the second African Cup final, and you know that the country have been waiting for it for the past 30 years. That's then now it's 40, but then it was 30. You know, it was 30 years, and yeah, it's part of our sports. It's part of the mental work. You're human, and sometimes you have to, like a machine, you have to fall down deep to wake up and go again. That's the only way.
Command Andre Dede Remy Morgan are you more power? Erituja cheza mpa dijumana wa ese machine owa oye yi kakra na wasan pija ho akeka ho na wabomodin atu ejuma no so amane ma kwere am after no ozani nkoma credit for self sacrifice ho zenne wabomodin anya akwenya ujida mu adwuma de bia yesi di no ahoden ne awokeka a wabomodin de agyamu no ya de no so ehia na se ne no so no obomodin etime di nkoma refer no so
you wear this jersey you know that you have something different ahead of you, and you have to take every human being as he is and try to manage it for him to be able to give you what you want. For my part, with the way I was brought up, with the way the national team is so important to my life, my family's life, because today a lot of young people in Ghana, today our big men in Ghana has come through our huge university here, etc. Our life is not through university and through school. Our life, my family, is about the game, and from this country, not from anywhere else. So when we learn that when you know that you have to wear this jersey, for me it's all about sacrifices. I don't get my bread or my family is living wearing the national team colors. I wear this national team colors by pride. You know, so anytime you have the chance to play with this jersey, you have to be able to surpass yourself if you want to stay in people's minds in the next.
Eltia no ye komo bomo de tuja jezampa ono no hwe bibi onam ne de ode kwe game ni ma no wo na akwenya ne ba na ye de Black Stars of Ghana JC no ehyewa na wakuhu ayi dwuma no sere be ya obeda nkofo akoma so saa na aboa na ma bibi adeda di imperial ma no ba bewie no e na otwe adwen akwa echi kakra ni nyina no ye nkoma na odi se 2008 ye to nsa frɛ ni so mrama mejam bo adwuma mfa ma oman Ghana eno ye afcon ye hosting wo Ghana no wanya mfie du nwotwe na adeba kwa na dan kofo tim se man Ghana to no ne papa na e play awabo onimbo no bo party sa de a na eza bedi ba de oba wo so re wo so oba be ye adwuma no kama pa wo papa enimbo no bontu so waba e wo so oba na aba bebo ebo ni ye no so no odi nkomo kakra fa ho na se ne so obo mo de 7 jai.
So for whatever works mentally, physically, just to be able to do. So going to this tournament, yes, I was 2018, I came into the Black Stars for about 3-4 games before the tournament when I was 17. And then this huge tournament was in Accra, Ghana, where we were the favorites and there was no discussion. We had to win. Whereas later on, know who you are dealing with, for any psychologist or any person who's going to work this, because I'm coming into a national team where I'm the son of Ghana's best player ever. So you are coming in. Those who have seen you play maybe just before, they saw you play Champions League, they saw you play everything, but whether you like it or not, they don't want to accept it. Some want to accept it. So it comes with different ideas, different perspectives, different views from all over the country. You have to be able to have the right people around you to tell you the right things at the right moment. If not, you cannot be there alone and manage that kind of pressure. Impossible. That's why I say you need to know the people around you, fix your personal goal and go towards it. So what I would say is get to know the person that you're going to help mentally, psychologically.
Etiano ya komo opo wodi etimeri je 2008 na mra na wanya mfie dunsu ram dun otwe ana obarabo adwumera ma Ghana no sede na Ghana fo su no se de na be hia na se nkofo atwa ho ahia no niam bi o meka cho no ntutu bi o me no ene be boara bibi adaye pa etimi ede ama kama pa na bibi akoyeda mantinra okoko ram University of Ghana nkomodidi a obo modi etimi ehye we do mo no ena na edition afo no no mu TV eboa manema dade ede mo mo nra ye confirm de ma sa folk e be confirm sign is me no Sompa Sports confirm ni Asamoah Boateng free na oye striker man she says we are joining no and ozi di wakwa kun no pubi man de one de be kan no crepa as Ghana sa de no onye show se team ya obi na sei na Asamoah Boateng e bomode de nkomo jai.
I think Ghana here, I don't know. So far, what I've seen, most of it is the best club which has all the facilities that a professional club should have.
Koma na je fans your born it outside the match de waba be hu no we na nini na hu na edi hu adanse em say Red say ala has for the two ogban stamp on bo ho udu are bo ho le obakwa kore
dem say nya odia di ora kwa born me ye wo dia
di ozo call ye no
facilities the house of folk na the best team
ha you already be o fi corners also no all the nations almost facilities
you better say
di uni e ka we ni dem say we endorsement kese pa na mo twa beto na phobia le da ho phobia na do na after no na ono anso no teammate na on ejuma nations a ye friend awua Mensa Michael no so no ekokodu ye signing a contract ye say no so bo mo de din komo no che
DJ Mensa Michael MNG say me phobia player phobia masters
wanso de no born itaupa na wawe na nijezi ni wawrama okona wakwa kobo dwumeti era mafobia na ntoto na timi adaye pera mona fanzi orwa ni jemo ka faso ya putupuye o mabomodin a 2024-2025 interclub competition no various stadium mabomodin approve no mo de abagan ye de ompuye ba kope kuma Baba Sports Stadium di oreda obar unze nsu atremamba kwa kobo TPL ite o Chad omo approve stadium ba kokra o titizen na no na no di komo ye bebo no neutral grounds
that's right
and afi so no Samates o moji league ne be ko Cameroon no hono stadium approve ye mako 9 na 9 no de o Garoa de o Yaounde and aminu Douala eti omu teams ni betimi apeke o bibia na o mabo bere de kroma de baba anko a
Cameroon stadiums and our stadium here 4 and a calf atia so timi bobo o mane ana Ghana so de ne ba ko
pe Baba Sports Stadium
tubana so obi abeje so oba ba ye nhyiamu
a o twere ba calf na yetuko ani munti eza prepare and I see it and the Samates o we current champions no prepare o ni chemo Safari Valley and our group on Eastern region hono mugu so mu ya no pre o ma confirm zo omu goalkeeper Kofi Ba So last season they occupy clean sheet 14 out of 28 matches. No more extending a contract until 2026. And pay and on my confirming and Andy Dr. Richie Duasinche Eko City team no on your didn't come ahead of Africa and any more now 2 players enough for now football the moment fancy seeing Obama they can in semi chom.
I used to be like a child. Now that I'm an adult, I have to behave like an adult. So now that we are champions, whether now near or last season, whether now come, whether now come, once you are part of this, you have to behave like a professional. Send back on this in the culture. We have to behave like professionals. In the same way that one puts a medical doctor and a disco it means as a footballer, you also have your regulations. It's your career. Indeed, the sense of professionalism, any attention, any seriousness out there attached to your career, that is what is going to earn you your accolades. That is going to give you results. And I'm sure those who are with us from since I Premier League, you see it is hard work that has brought us far. But the point is, we just said I didn't think in another top. Be on that top, be on what you be on that top, be on.
Jeff Zeman's in Rach, come on, you DNA do suppose I catch almost Africa, no, Moncono. Bibia, being a sort of the best support or the best moment to Mon Concourt, your passport. Now, if you man or Mon Concon ye, there's a winner and no foot or no demo. Scow, hold and a second Conacobo ball. But I mean, say, Pafne, Namne dear Dion. Then victory need you, but a winner, among your own Bebon. Raja for do show mo tetema fancy hadwon o so betimi ayo no ma ye Raja nso na ye na no ya mo ne Raja na ne yi for ye yo mo yi no oh but also mo gidi sesamates be bana ba so hia wak dia na nke hu ba onya Raja de o so timi bo Raja dion Morocco o like enye hu fancy dion Raja de oh amona Chelsea show bu ku show of I big we pa I mean pa Raja for no dey said you can waji league na wa e but me no with that athletic for no omo ye we so ka your bonnie qualify oh summer text no summer text be ba no Kumasi no I be Kumasi so we chat and I make say we no ye ho hwenye yi o show mo betimi a show mo nya na any Raja man can say park stadium mo how dey bibia oh to be see wo fra na yeah, and it is a Bonnie Kumasi. Kumasi na teams are kissy ba na. Oma ba beta free teams equally. You always the last na use Zamalek so be share dreams FC wa. Sa bon say akotoba no to be out here. Na me say akotomu betimi a hye nkofo because omo no omo mpe pitch BC omo for mo hye match ni. O se fancy jajaja mpeje na me say Nese wo kromo di kan di match say game mu lose in advance. Obi o course tell obi o hwe first half bia hu say a medium man e match so best chances.
No, reality. Experience anyway. The ono any the o ye no nya bi. O ma ye na several enras na o hwe allow the Pyramids game no mu bia. The most informed team in Egypt na higher Pyramids. Our players first and my
because of Muska
good. No money alali bebo. Alali was standing games, Pyramids in the dash road, but our game way, and it's a Pyramids to me share a more advantage with league Nijimu. Quite Alali fast, so they win it 3-2 no. Open one tiasie. Alali the share first goal. Anna first time my taker. Anna Alali Beshe second goal. Through a year way. Then Pyramids beteka. Pyramids Beshe second goal 2-1. Anna Alali the penalty taker. Na a year coach no Marcel Kula ye changes. No de Madi Afshabem. Afshaba and when you 5 minutes no be share winning goal. Na a passer throw near ball pass no from Alali left side of attack in the bam finfi or tia ball say no Kelly ball no kotum. Keep an El Shanawi here do baby and send to me and carbon. One bobo no who be and dominate you, but we winning watch 3 points. I almost fast with the J point no.
Bono corner done that saying.
And I say quite uncle for we no more fast with the J points no. Don't
some passports. Football goals.
I think Pyramids coach no John lost went to by force. Go no see Apo last 10 minutes ya pombo lewi Jai. Again, the reality is that Japan more any other elite women's football teams, fancy. Ye bobo say ya. Am I aware of where we are? And there was ye de a close gap no. In exercises to say Black Queens and Japan akobono. I am not interested in the result. I am rather interested in the application of coach Nujumedi. Say yet na ha ball nor a hop to labaso. So by and why your ball na say your ball na your fair say So you test your strength against teams or more any bebre. Then you test it against teams are only or more yepe. Then what test it so against teams are or more bro so pa. Japan exercise way teams or more bro so pa. Now the more we play against them, and your morale denting for us, rather, an awakening of said the na you who says success kakrabano. Still, was ye jina and naso near Sansu ko ye nim more because if you want to get closer to the likes of Japan, USA, England, or more across route to say Spain, fancy it means that there is a lot more we need to do. It be infrastructure, it be a players no ye more exposure. Be a place no kwan ye fa so etete o nti we no e yesua de kese e de maye and I would love the FA to continue see benya more of these games for your female national teams na ebebo amanioma timi akoye I think the mema na ne emre say in the space of 5 years ya bo Brazil anameboa ya call World Cup ya bo high profile games but the man no munya because Black Queens are now struggling to even qualify for Mbana World Cup and even the Olympic Games. And when you don't get to face some of these quality opponents. And Ebeba, a true international friendlies, invitational tournaments near there. So I will want the FA to continue with this edge. Yen piano munyasa exposure and Ebeboa, then our queens will get the exposure in terms of a team building processes. Shadrach Day, a year way Abuya story no the two just say approved stadia for CAF interclub competitions for the 2024-2025 cycle. Inti stadia yajiatum. Interestingly, Algeria one there, Angola one there, Mobia one there. Ghana as it stands now, in terms of football infrastructure, you what tier 3. You what tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1 for near the elite. Tier 2 near a year. Tier 1 for Nobehu Egypt. Cote d'Ivoire, because of recently hosting the AFCON, the Pejomo, South Africa is in there. Algeria will hobby. Tier 2 nebeye Tunisia mo omu 2-2-2-2. Tier 1 for near 1-1 no. Togo, Ghana, you were the same level. Gabon. To check here, Baba Yara Stadium, Kumase natural, and but this brings to mind one crucial thing. Yaya artificial pitches bebre wa Ghana. And the MPP government touts itself, say, "Wama massive sporting infrastructure drive into stadium and sporting facilities or mesino fancy. Eyadia omutu obia anameboa. Good. And we no omutu obiano. Why don't we have just one artificial pitcher certified by CAF? Maybe sir, it's a question. Maybe sir, didn't ya?
I'm more sports.
Oh, yeah, I'm more sports. Want to know my here? Artificial pitches for communities near there.
But they are gonna be my baby na multi and from a fire.
If the artificial pitches we have, the AstroTurf way no musicino. If not a single one and a qualify for CAF winner, then truly, what went into the thinking? Say, yeah, kekao boom. Near see artificial pitches across near a major sports infrastructure drive.
And Morocco na deputy sports minister Bakono Koya Obeka's walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am saying, say,
my point in Asepa.
Yeah, one. You see you. So why didn't we pass through the right way? The latest, what will be accepted by international way? Because the financial summer test ne in Swatramanko munya more some poor. A man tournament near Yinkitin Kebet me host TBD and Yoma Kakra crowd. Keba boa manyoma konenimu. God being so good, or master Tia Juma Wesi Pond. So work is in progress. Omo ye the roof, you know. When I'm catching almost starting. Yeah, they are on it. Omo ye. There may be man the metro videos nibi. So you're positive. But why do we spend money on over 100 AstroTurf pitches? But to me meet international standard. How? But it's in your bedroom.
I'm on the down because of Moose Stadium. Because of Moose Stadium, Bakwa, yes, to say be a certified. You bet me they are both FIFA CAF competitions, and I say be a to say tournament. The end say this is a tournament. I'm
not saying Baba Yara Dreams in Swatchamani Webe Bonembo because Dreams played at Baba Yara. No, they qualify core semi-final, Mediama group stage, the same Baba Yara. So they can use Baba Yara effect, But I'm really surprised that a country as a football nation, baby Abedu, but Mame Wishi Keche Kofi Bedu, happy birthday, or a deputy communications director at the Mansamates FC 1996. Yeah, Keche, and the Keche birthday. And so on one square sounds we the manager for Gringo TV. And Keche is a fine gentleman, a brilliant guy as such. A Jumo and a Kamapan.
Greenwood for the person of the Fafa all about
exactly. Oh yeah, Summer Boy, a chairman general. On the chairman general for Summer Boy.
V8 back.
Summer Boy didn't put him the morning show there.
V8 back.
Oteso. Oh, so all person call Summer Boy and Kwadi Akech wo.
I don't see V8 back. Kuna months. $7,000.
What I say also the doctor a Blazer Foster.
So I say V8 back was $7,000 a month.
Okay, Mate. Now, one guy who belonging to the Breast family. Once a Breast, your Ghanaian. Breast. Your friend Paul who did a birthday and there. Your friend Paul is a brilliant guy. On the end of the Brazil group in him and a Breast family. They be.
Okay.
Yenya ya Ghana higher supported start Breast. Enti ya friend Paul happy birthday.
Well, me say anniversary.
Yes. Fancy, my main twas with baby and Mike this na me wish me offer secretary baako a happy birthday. Oh, more fast radio sakra. Oh, fast radio sakra.
We and always back with TV say on radio sa oya baba kuna den we need to Australia masa.
We Eliana Owusu Ansa.
That's right.
Eliana Owusu Ansa. Ono Edina Woda ene. On se two ni born in chain. Anche biana o mame susu di ni birthday. O mame ne Mrs. Brenda. O mono ne Vixie Fabrics were doom. Aha na omukunu e UK. Na o se yemfa akunya wesu nwehye ne ba Eliana Owusu Ansa ene ne wife Mrs. Brenda. Aha, Vixie Fabrics, a happy birthday. Anna Douglas Costa, ya inu ya Douglas Costa, say young wishing Adam for pa Adade Ferdinand. Happy birthday. Fancy, study.
Me ama kuntanso birthday no.
Wakunta birthday.
Mr. Eric Kwatin. Mr. Eric Kwatin.
Kachere so fambra.
Oye CBG for.
Oh, when they say we Casabena or Casabro who say.
Oh yeah.
Birthday.
Oh no.
Ya force you robot tema. Na you no fit birthday. Makonta we there. Akonta force. Makonta we there.
You
bet me be bia to ama. Watching life. Makonta.
Yes, already.
Dabi ade ba kono say. Ade o show no do ebe ba na me wo fie. Na me say ebe ba na me wo fie.
And the Kane na ya.
Me be kwa wisu ya.
You exchange your friendship for Suya.
Wash out my real quick. I'm a family course. Idea. Happy birthday to Alhassan Suleimana Polo. I Polo. Alhassan Suleimana Polo. Physiotherapist, the fabulous ladies, and no, our Park Academy, and our Kumauman FC, and so, and no, yes, Mike say,
oh, yes, solid guy,
yes,
solid guy,
yes, Nana drop on man and mine, inside a kind polo, and so them so fair show in Niagara. Yes, whoa, I am enough, you may fire your course real quick. 0551931931 0548931931. My main family course now for you twice. Hello, caller.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Opening it you.
Yeah, the pages some fire, Mama Basso.
Okay.
Let's not England. Ed Gaya company the because quite a near breno, but the quite England, then best personal brand, a big young and the young and fana, Master from Final Thursday, the classic here, and dear Buka Saka, I had the Bob tonight.
Okay, Mate, Yarase, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Opening with dinner, baby. I can say free.
The family Samuel, we face and Timampo.
Sammy, it's you.
Now, me party will be seen with some assembly. Send the Ghanaian players, only exposed and them. But Uber community galleries will come so still professional players never. If you other than I know, so yeah, Munyan Crano. Man, Crown professional footballers mean field. Mr. Magent, that's it.
A good point, pa. Babu on our communities and so be able to ball a quenim. She's a professional player and a bad down on so I fixing it any day. Or by a point span were raising. Hello, caller.
Hello, Fancy, good morning.
Good morning, sir. You didn't maybe I can say free.
I but me DJ Alele 4040. A boy, by them with Modu, Western North, but I know pay and Chelsea Coco.
Yet you.
So far, when some Quantana Ketty, that was heard of course, so
okay.
Yes, most of that one, but I will be at it. Stop being will be him. Fancy, I hope I have my Wednesday. Kumasi Kobia Santo Kotoko against a class too. That match, they'll be able to say, and your match Kotoa. There's a fancy one. Signs are you know. A friend who said, Kumasa Santo Kotoko, Kotoko. First, not Division 2, Division 1, and what you know. By now, two big names in Ebana. A Chelsea next league in Satia. Said you, Anya should there, half there. You say support the Smith Maiden. I could tell you about 8 minutes. Anya should have Wednesday there. We give a class of folk. Omit my 2. Fancy me, quite there. What when it's there and Chelsea acquire immigration officers or one. Any Mr. Inusa, any Jones with Chelsea will be there.
Yes, sir. I see peace or bass. So, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
About your dinner, baby. I can say free.
Commander.
It's you.
Commander from the coffee.
Okay.
I'm watching a in England. I'm beside England. Doing the capital. The higher friend. I'm a England, that's not too much.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Mate, yara se obaso. Ti eno. Yes. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Open with dinner, baby. I can say free.
But your family will have to feed the baby.
Okay.
My bacho, and I say, you lose fine on a basono. Your bomb pass on my films experience. On also makes me a truth, you know. And if I was find check as a pine, what would be like to support this, you know. And it's owner, on a wood and Alexander will be view Jam Channel and Opry.
Nana Ejo, so yada say Oba, so yam far next. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Oh. Hello, caller.
Yes, sir.
Open it yet you.
Fancy. When you are over, what part you are doing, Robert?
Okay.
I'm a fee. If you got some guy, you put that to the and I put your for me.
Some passport.
Fancy, I don't say, I said, class of poker. It's all just on the train and 20 yana. And with the papa, and your bomb said, then I started from my press on my balance on my young way to my man. Now, Fancy, Timu, I got to read your mama go. I'm off a year, I'm off with you. 150 million points, I'm going to do my mama. I'm going to buy an agent 150 million. And the boy has to do one small baby. I'm over there, you're not Boca. I'm not Boca, my friend, to say. Get in, I say, we'll tell you a minute, and I asked a contract. And I'm going to next time, and you're your boys are. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Maria.
Yes, sir. We didn't baby Agasa free.
Medindi Mario Gomez, Mekasafi Atibu.
Okay.
I take before you at Mumu Mapa.
Yadamasepa.
I'm a pacho, China Martino, a Coma England. The one place England, the Cup National answer.
Okay.
Now, and I'm a chairman, my champions at that. I was you.
That's it. Atibu for Yadamasepa. Hello, Kola.
Hello, Fancy.
Opening.
Mother.
We didn't baby Agasa free into you.
But I have one stone because everything go.
Stone, yes, you.
Yeah, more than a Kenyan Wapanasino. England never trophy.
Okay.
Because the Madrid fan, better you Bellingham. A pretty trophy, no, so you had the GFR.
Okay. Mate, Yerasipi. Hello, Kola.
My son, Santiago, yes, now, almost 9 women. So, Muslim, I do not live in this country. More in my they are crossing and Chile Friday. It's near the number of chances. You said they are England, looking at the first night. It's a monarch from the answer. I could pretend. Yana Mario, no, or may I dare, but you have to see the dear Japan. The man born not Jena, you know the woman, but for my idea, let's say a coach, you say, or more than our own famano and Bob friendly match a day or so on which me I bought a more than a woman. That's it.
Whoa, yes, sir. RCP. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We didn't baby Agasa free. Still, yes,
Papa too. We went in the gun and the edges. I got it to the edges.
Ah.
I love the documents and gather the yeah. That's it.
Mate, Yerasi. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
We didn't baby Agasa free now, ain't you?
But your friend Abraham, because I'm free, Sampa.
It's you, Abraham.
But your bomb is painful with me, Irene. Because England for German. Maybe you so fancy the same because Natapuku and the Vene version.
Oh, what's your name? Change be why?
Okay.
Mate, Yerasi pa. Hello. Hello, Kola.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Opening with dinner baby Agasa free.
Yeah, friend Mr. Anton Kasefri Takwa.
Yes, you.
Metia on pa no sports my idea.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, but you who put up press Amasani.
Oh, okay. Mate.
That's what looking at you.
Put the Amasani is a forum for no kind of doors. Mate. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Opening your first Agasa free in you.
But yes,
okay, it's you.
But
okay. As England for the Mate. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay, free. Okay, it's you.
Pastor Richmond, the what's
some text in the update.
Richmond.
I'm Mumu. Oh, okay. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Opening it's you.
Oh. But so if I'm a cool free game.
Matse Yakubu dem aboko there, yenti you.
I am Yadum dem aboko.
Dem yasi.
Okay, fine idea. And from the state with the Barcelona. You never acquire England for what cassette too much. You don't finish the Yadam Sadaka. Almost 3 book, almost Sanka. For more supporters who now 1 month and no one talk about the piano. Or them, man, they don't have the best.
Okay. Yeah, CPM for the chat on I am sorry. So hello.
Good afternoon.
Opening your Joe Sweet you.
You don't know score, sir.
Hello. We didn't maybe I got some free into. Whoa. Ye fancy na ye sorry so na fe some pie extra embra ye no be asenya me adoma ye be sen share biem nemom ye ka say democracy cup Santiago Rokone House of Folk nemom curtain raiser no parliament members ho among former players no Black Stars and Ebonyame Aduma on the 17th and I gave the Airbus our Crash Sports Stadium Tian Washen and so a day Amae Yebema commentary amount streaming live Amabibia and so I find Tiaba Ebaba Dinkumo from next week Equado Bias